Dolores, a forgotten world, hidden in the stars from its own existence, yet saved by its own weakness. A place where the creator Pandora exists amongst her creations. Little do they know that it's all a lie. Their creator, their sanctuary, even the guarantee of tomorrow. An impending doom called the Judicator comes closer by the day. Will the chosen women foreseen in the stars be enough to save the last world in existence? Stay a while and witness the words I set to page, for we are all mere spectators to the Chronicles of Dolores.
All right. Hello. I am Rune Rook, your DM, and I'm gathered here with some incredible players for session 53 of the Promises of Pandora. We have some technical issues, but we are back, and I'm more excited than ever. Let's do a roll call as we always do. Alice, are you there?
I am here.
Divine. Gwendolyn, are you there?
I'm here.
Wonderful. Caliph, are you there?
I'm here.
Devilish. Lorelei, are you there?
I am here.
Deftly. Lyra, are you there?
I am here.
Royal. Naren, are you there?
I'm here.
Ghostly and Slapjaw, are you there?
I am here.
Amazing news. Always happy to have you around. Okay. All right, everybody. Let's get right into it. We're starting session 53. We're on the second chronicle of the Chronicles of Dolores. And as always, we're going to start off with a vision of the past. I'm going to pull the vision for Alice, and we'll get started whenever she's ready.
Bro, the way you inserted that croak was so nonchalant. I could just all right, ribbit. Moving on.
bro, he loves it. He loves when he uses that sound, bro. He loves it.
I fucking love it too. But it was so nonchalant the way you went about it. I just could not deal.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. No rush on you. Take your time. I think I hear an echo. Echo. I think it's gone now.
Okay, well, that's your problem, not mine. No, because I can't mute or anything.
No, you're good. You're
Like,
good. No. You're all good. You're all good. All right, go ahead. Get started whenever you're ready.
Okay. Yeah. Alice, Vision 9, Cooking and Consequences. Let's hope the music... Is it? There we go. Alice Greenheart, age 13. All the way back against the chair, knees closed, feet flat, back straight, shoulders square but not high, elbows bent close, wrists straight, head level but not proud. The words repeated in my mind like a prayer I had never chosen to believe in. They circled endlessly, a quiet mantra meant to keep every movement of my body contained within the invisible lines drawn for me since childhood. A reminder to be the perfect Alice Greenheart, the perfect princess, the perfect heir, the perfect daughter. because that's all I was ever allowed to be. Perfect. But perfection is a strange thing. No one celebrates when it is achieved. No bells ring, no applause follows. Perfection is not a prize, it is simply the absence of mistakes. The end of a road paved long before you ever began to walk it. My road had been laid stone by stone by my mother and stepfather, much like their own marriage, arranged, measured, and entirely without love. Royal unions were not stories of affection, they were contracts dressed in lace and gold. Around the dining table, the adults spoke in polished half-sentences and knowing glances. Their voices flowed with practiced elegance, each word placed carefully as if rehearsed beforehand. They laughed at the right moments, sighed at the right stories, smiled with lips that never quite reached their eyes. I had watched these dinners long enough to understand the truth. None of it was real. Courtiers bowed, not out of respect, but because they had been taught the exact angle of their backs. Nobles complimented each other, the way actors delivered lines on a stage. Even affection was rehearsed. I once watched a lady wipe a tear from her cheek when her husband returned from war. Yet moments later, when she thought no one was looking, her face returned to perfect stillness, like a doll placed back upon its shelf. In the palace, emotion was simply another costume. My own smile rested perfectly in place as servants began placing plates before us. It was the kind of smile that had been practiced in mirrors until no longer felt connected to my face. The adults continued their careful conversations, confident that the child at the table was far too young to understand the performance around her. But then the food arrived. It looked simple compared to the elaborate dishes usually served at royal banquets. Some kind of pasta coated in a pale sauce and dusted with herbs I did not recognize. I took a bite, and for a moment, perfection shattered. My eyes widened before I could stop them. A spark of genuine surprise escaped the invisible strings that held me upright. The taste was warm, rich, bright with something I couldn't quite name. Curiosity surged forward before my training could silence it. I raised a hand to the servant who had placed the plate before me. "What is this?" The room grew quiet. Every pair of eyes turned towards me. The princess who was meant to remain silent while the adults spoke. The princess who was supposed to listen politely and never ask questions about things beneath her station. But who was a common servant to refuse a princess? The girl hesitated, only briefly, before answering. She explained the dish in careful words, the pasta, the herbs, the butter, the cheese. Each ingredient felt like a tiny door opening inside my mind. And then the questions began. What herb is that? Why is the sauce so smooth? Would it taste different if... The questions spilled from me faster than I could contain them. Curiosity poured through every fiber of my being, bright and alive in a place that normally demanded stillness. But we were interrupted. Laughter spread across the table like spilled wine. It crept from one noble to another until the entire room echoed with it. The sound pressed in on me from every direction, crawling across my skin and squeezing the curiosity out of my chest. A princess asking about kitchen work? Princess Alice has no place knowing what servants do. By the goddess, princess, you cannot ask such things. A princess is above the kitchen. And then the final voice. Know your place, Alice. The words landed... The words landed heavier than the rest, perhaps because they lacked the usual soft title that softened every other reprimand, or perhaps because they came from my mother's perfectly emotionless voice. I did not know what love sounded like when she spoke. I had never heard of it. Around the table, laughter slowly faded, the puppets returning to their roles, smiles straightened, posture corrected. My conversation resumed as if nothing had happened. My own posture tightened once more. All the way back against the chair, knees closed, feet flat, back straight. The mantra returned, steady and cold, pulling the strings of my body back into place. I finished the meal in silence. When the last course was cleared, I excused myself with the perfect bow expected of me. My heels clicked against the marble floor as I walked away, each step keeping time with the rhythm drilled into my mind since childhood. But instead of returning to my chambers, my feet carried me elsewhere, past the polished halls, past the watchful portraits, past the corridors full of servants carrying trays and linens, all of them focused on their tasks. None of them expected a young princess to wander towards the servants' wing of the palace. That was how I passed unnoticed, until the music of noble conversation faded behind me and was replaced by the clatter of dishes and the scent of herbs and butters. I had found the kitchen. Not as a princess, though the title followed me like a shadow wherever I went. The marble halls of the palace always smelled faintly of perfume and polished stone, but here the air was warm and alive. Butter, herbs, bread, roasting meat. So many scents mixed together that it almost felt like stepping into a different world. I stopped just inside the doorway. No one paid attention to me. Servants moved quickly between counters, carrying pots and bowls from one place to another. Someone chopped vegetables in a quick, steady strike. A pan hissed loudly as someone was dropping into hot oil. Voices overlapped in ways that in ways that would have been considered terribly improper in the dining hall. No careful manners, no polished smiles. I climbed onto the stool tucked beside one of the counters and watched the chef work to prepare the evening meal, this time for the servants of the palace. My eyes followed every movement he made. Pasta was lowered into boiling water, herbs were crushed beneath the flat of a knife, butter melted slowly in a pan before something pale and creamy was added to it. Before my training could silence me, I spoke up. "Excuse me?" The chef turned. Surprise flashed across his face when he saw me, followed quickly by the careful posture that servants adopted whenever addressing nobility. His back straightened and he bowed his head slightly. I tried to keep my voice steady, even as the excitement and curiosity once again bubbled up inside me. "I wanted to ask about the dish from dinner, the pasta." He hesitated, but only briefly. Then he began explaining the ingredients again, pointing as he spoke. Butter melted first in the pan, cream was added slowly after that. Herbs were crushed and sprinkled in last, so their flavor remained strong. As he spoke, the same spark of curiosity returned to me, bright and impossible to ignore. "But why melt the butter first? Wouldn't the sauce taste different if it was added later? And the herbs, would they taste stronger if they're added earlier or weaker? And could the garlic be added, or would that..." His expression changed then, and it had stopped me in my tracks. It was not anger, but something close to discomfort. His eyes flicked briefly towards the kitchen door behind me before turning to my face. Then he explained that this conversation was inappropriate. That talking to me about kitchen matters was not proper. The world sounded painfully familiar. I opened my mouth to ask another question anyway, but he had already stepped back and bowed his head again, returning to his duties, and with that, the conversation ended as neatly as it had begun. I left the kitchens quietly, though something uneasy had settled in my chest. At the time, I did not fully understand why. Not until the next morning. A servant arrived at my chambers as the sun broke through my window with a message. My mother wished to see me. The audience chamber was colder than usual when I entered. My mother stood near the tall windows, her hands folded neatly in front of her, as she always held them, watching in silence until she broke it with her voice. "Alice?" She didn't need to raise her voice. She never needed to. "I have received a report that you were seen wandering the servants' wing of the palace last night, questioning staff about cooking." I said nothing. "There are boundaries in this palace. A princess does not involve herself with the duties of servants." The words were spoken without anger, as though she were simply stating a fact that should already be obvious to me. You will remain in your chambers for the next 7 days. You will not leave. You will not receive visitors. Meals will be brought to your door." That was the entirety of the punishment. No shouting, no anger, only the quiet reminding of rules. I was escorted to my chamber door that was closed behind me. For the first time in my life, it did not open again the next morning. Or the morning after that. Food appeared outside the door 3 times a day, left silently by servants who departed before I could speak to them. The palace beyond my room continued its careful performances while I remained alone inside the stillness of my chamber. 7 days is a long time when there's nothing to do but think, and so I thought about the kitchen. By the end of that week, I understood something clearly. In this palace, curiosity was not simply discouraged, it was punished. But once a question exists in your mind, punishment cannot erase it, and I still had many questions left. When the week of punishment had finally ended, no one spoke of it again. The door to my chambers opened one morning as if it had never been closed at all, and the palace resumed its careful rhythm. Tutors returned with their books and lessons. Servants bowed when I passed, but something had changed inside me. I stopped asking questions. It was not something anyone seemed to notice. I simply learned that curiosity carried a cost, and silence was far cheaper. I kept my thoughts to myself. The adults seemed pleased with this version of me. A quiet princess was an obedient princess. But the questions did not disappear. They simply moved somewhere deeper inside my mind. It was during those quiet observations that I noticed something peculiar. Everyone in the palace slept far more than I did. Servants dragged themselves to their beds. Guards rotated their watches so each could rest. Even my tutors often complained about their exhaustion. Yet many nights I lie awake, staring at the ceiling while moonlight crept slowly across the floor. At first I wondered if something was wrong with me, but after several sleepless nights, a new thought slowly formed. If everyone else was sleeping, then no one would be watching. The first night I slipped out of my room. My heart beat so loudly I was certain the guards in the hall would hear it. I moved slowly, opening the door just wide enough to pass through before easing it shut again behind me. The palace at night felt like an entirely different world. The grand halls that echoed voices during the day were silent now. Lit only by the dim glow of dying torches, my footsteps sounded too loud against the stone floors, so I walked carefully. No one stopped me. No one even noticed. When I reached the kitchens, they were dark and still. The roaring noise of the daytime kitchens had faded into a quiet lantern light and cold iron stoves. I stood there for a moment, listening to the silence. Before climbing out onto one of the stools beside the long wooden counter, I searched through the shelves and baskets until I found the ingredients I remembered from watching the chefs: butter, cream, herbs. My first attempt was a disaster. I remember that the butter went into the pan first, but did not know how quickly it burned if the flames was too high. Smoke filled the kitchen before I realized what had gone wrong. I panicked for a moment, waving my hands uselessly through the air before opening a small window and trying again. The second attempt was not much better. I had too much salt, turning the entire dish to something nearly impossible to eat. I threw it away and cleaned the pan as best I could before sneaking back to my room before dawn. But the next night, I returned, and the night after that. Each failure taught me something new. Butter must melt slowly, cream must be stirred carefully, herbs taste stronger when crushed first. Sometimes the food tasted terrible, sometimes it tasted strange, sometimes it barely tasted like anything at all. But I kept trying. No tutor corrected my mistakes, no servant explained the steps. I learned only from memory and from the quiet patience of trial and error. Failure, practice, failure again, night after night. Till one evening, something finally worked. The butter melted smoothly without burning, the cream thickened the way I had seen it do beneath the chef's careful stirring, the herbs blended to a sauce instead of floating awkwardly on top. When I tasted it, I froze. It was not perfect, but it was good. For the first time, I had made something that tasted the way it was supposed to. A warm pride filled my chest, stronger than any praise I'd ever received from tutors or court guests. I had done it myself. No one had guided my hands or corrected my mistakes. I placed a small portion carefully on a plate and carried it through the silent palace halls, holding it as carefully as if it were something fragile and precious, without quite realizing why. My steps led me to my mother's chambers. Perhaps some small part of me had still hoped. I knocked softly. A servant answered the door and, after a brief moment of confusion, allowed me to enter. My mother sat near a window, reading by candlelight. She looked up as I approached, her expression calm and unreadable as she addressed me. Alice? What is it? I quieted, stilled for a moment, for carefully holding the plate out towards her. I made something. I thought you might like to try it? For a moment, she simply looked at the dish. Then she stood and stepped forward. Taking the plate from my hands, she examined it. Briefly, her expression unchanged, and then she let it fall. The porcelain shattering against the stone floor, the food scattering across the polished surface like something worthless. Then her voice broke the silence that the shattering plate created. This is disgraceful. A princess does not crawl into kitchens like a servant. You will not embarrass this family with behavior like this again. Each word landed heavier than the last. The room felt silent. I stared at the broken pieces of porcelain and the ruined food spread across the floor, the pride I had carried there fading to something much quieter. I said nothing. My mother's disappointment did not fade quietly this time. The shattered plate had barely been cleaned from the floor before the decision was made that I could no longer be trusted to wander the palace on my own. If I could not remember my place, then someone would be assigned to remind me of it. A lady in waiting arrived the very next morning. Her name was Lady Marwyn, though she insisted I addressed her only as Lady. She was tall and narrow in the way people who seemed to be carved from something harder than flesh. Her dresses were always perfectly arranged, every fold of fabric resting exactly where it should be. Her voice was soft, but there was no warmth in it. When she bowed to my mother that first day, I noticed the careful precision of the movement. It reminded me of the courtiers at dinner, another performance perfected through repetition. But Lady Marwyn was not here to perform. She was here to watch and to report. From that day forward, she followed me everywhere. Lessons, meals, walks to the garden. She stood just behind my shoulder like a shadow that refused to disappear. At first, I thought perhaps she was simply meant to observe, to report my behavior, but I quickly learned that observation was only part of her duty. Correction was the rest. If my posture slipped, her fingers would press sharply into the back of my shoulder until I straightened. My voice grew too curious, too eager. She would place a hand on my arm and squeeze just hard enough to remind me to be silent. Sometimes it was a pinch hidden beneath the sleeve of my dress. Sometimes a firm grip on my wrists that left small marks I quickly learned to hide. Princesses do not slouch. Princesses do not interrupt. Princesses do not ask such questions. Her voice never rose above a whisper. To anyone else in the room, she was simply guiding me with the gentle patience expected of a lady in waiting. Only I felt the pressure of her fingers when I made a mistake. Perfection, I learned, required constant maintenance. There were no moments alone anymore. When I woke in the morning, she was already waiting outside my chamber. When I practiced reading or etiquette, she stood nearby, watching for the smallest error. Even in the palace gardens, she remained close enough that I could feel her eyes on me whenever I moved. I stopped wandering the halls at night. I stopped thinking about the kitchens. For a long time, I stopped thinking about much of anything at all. It was easier that way, easier to follow that endless list of rules than to feel the sharp reminder that came whenever I forgot one. Days blended together beneath Lady Marwyn's careful watch. My posture improved, my speech grew quieter, my smile became steadier. The court praised my behavior, marking on how well the young princess conducted herself. On one day, Lady Marwyn disappeared from my life as suddenly as she had arrived. No explanation was given. One morning, she simply did not appear outside my door. Another servant informed me that her duties had concluded and that I would no longer require such supervision. The palace returned to its usual rhythm again, but I did not. For weeks afterwards, I avoided the servants' wing entirely. I walked the long way around the corridors that led towards the kitchens. If I passed a servant carrying baskets of herbs or trays of food, I lowered my eyes and continued walking without a word. The memory of broken porcelain and cold voices lingered too strongly. It was easier to not look, easier not to remember. But curiosity, I had learned, never truly disappears. It simply waits. Curiosity had already cost me more than once, and I had learned very clearly what happens when I stepped out of line. Yet, the reminder of curiosity came one evening after dinner, or during dinner. Servants moved through the hall, placing plates before each guest, their steps quiet and practiced. I barely glanced at the food when it was set before me. That was another habit I had learned well. Eat politely, speak little, finish what was served. But as the scent drifted upwards, something stirred in my memory. Butter, cream, crushed herbs. Slowly, almost reluctantly, I looked down at the plate. It was the same dish. The same pale sauce clinging to the pasta, the same scattering of green herbs across the surface, the same warm scent that had first pulled my curiosity loose from its careful cage. For a moment, I simply stared at it, then I took a bite. The taste was just as I remembered, rich and warm and alive in a way nothing else at the palace ever seemed to be. Around me, the nobles continued their polished conversations, their laughter rising and falling like rehearsed music. No one noticed the way I sat a little straighter, no one noticed a quiet spark returning behind my carefully practiced smile. But that night, long after the palace had fallen silent, I found myself awake again. The moonlight stretched across my chamber floor, the corridors beyond my door would be empty by now, the guards would be tired, the servants sleep. My heart beat a little faster as the thought settled in my mind. Slowly, quietly, I slipped from my bed. The palace at night still felt like a different world. The same dim torches burning along the walls, casting long shadows across the stone floor. My footsteps echoed softly as I moved through the familiar halls, careful to keep the darker edges of the corridors. When I reached the kitchens, they waited in their usual stillness. My hands moved more confidently now. The butter melted slowly this time, turning golden without burning. I stirred the cream carefully, just as I had practiced so many nights before. The herbs were crushed beneath the flat of the knife before being added, their scent rising warmly into the quiet air. Everything happened exactly the way it should. When the dish was finished, I tasted it and paused. It was perfect. A quiet pride settled in my chest as I leaned against the corridor, holding the small bowl in both hands. I had done it again, without help, without questions, without anyone watching over my shoulder. But as the excitement faded, the kitchen felt strangely empty. There was no one there to share the moment with, no one to offer the first taste, no one to say whether it was good or bad or strange or wonderful. Just me. After a while, the food began to cool, the steam fading to the silent air. Eventually, I carried the bowl to the waste bin and emptied it there, watching the carefully made dish disappear beneath the scraps and peelings. The pride faded into something quieter. I still returned to the kitchens after that. Night after night, I practiced the same way I always had, trying new herbs, adjusting the heat, learning slowly from each small mistake. But each time the food was finished, the same problem remained. I had no one to share it with. It was several weeks later when the idea finally came to me. If the palace did not want my cooking, perhaps someone else might. The outer gates of the palace were guarded carefully during the day, but at night the watch grew slower, predictable. I had spent enough evenings wandering the quiet halls to understand the rhythm of the guards' patrol. One night, after finishing another small dish in the kitchen, I wrapped the food carefully in cloth and slipped it into a basket. Then I walked past the sleeping palace, past the silent corridors, past the gardens, past the gates. The city beyond the palace walls looked very different from the world I had grown up in. The streets were narrow and uneven, lit only by scattered lanterns and the pale glow of the moon. Small homes leaned close together along the roads, their windows dark with sleep. I chose the first door at random. Carefully, I placed the basket beside it. Then I knocked once and ran, hiding behind a corner down the street, my heart racing as I watched the door slowly open. A tired man stepped out, looking around the confusion before noticing the small bundle waiting on the ground. He picked it up and looked inside. Yet even from a distance, I could see the surprise spread across his face. The door closed again and a moment later, and for the first time since I had started cooking, the warmth in my chest returned and stayed there. After that night, I began leaving small meals and snacks across the city whenever I could sneak away from the palace. Bread, warm soup, simple pastries when I learned how to make them. No one ever knew where the food came from, and I never stayed long enough to find out who received it. But somewhere, beyond the palace walls, people were eating the things I made, and for the first time, that felt like enough.
Woo! Good job, Alice. Very good job.
That was beautiful.
Very nice. Very nice. Good job. Very good job. Well written and well spoken.
It's kind of long, I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, it's amazing.
And these characters, they live in a place known as Mighty 4. And I want each of you to tell me what class your character is and a little bit of their backstory. Doesn't have, like, it could be literally just what I wrote to you. So whatever you want. So we'll start from left to right. Fallon, go ahead.
I can go first. Hi, I'm Fallon. Anyway, wait, my mind blank. I'm an artificer. And then story. Trying to debate how much. Base. I mean, okay. I'll just read. She was sold. She's from the Carven Empire and was sold to like the orphanage by her parents. She spends most of her time painting and also likes to make clothes sometimes, but painting's her real like hobby. Yeah.
That's okay. Listen, you don't have to give detail.
I'm
Honestly,
sorry, I'm like, I don't know what else to say.
You're good. All I want is name, or not name, sorry. All I want is class and why she's at the base. Why she's at the Mighty 4 base.
Okay.
That's really it.
Yeah, she was sent into the Abyss with a small group of people that all were killed, and then later rescued by 4 who took her to the base.
All right, very nice. Lyra, go ahead.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm playing Noemi Corinne. She's 19. She is a rogue. She is from the Carven Empire, and she came to the Abyss to look for her older brother. But then she was almost died and saved by Hero 4. And now she just lives in the village.
Very nice. Thank you so much. And Caleb, go ahead.
Well, hello there, y'all. I'm committing, okay? My name's Arlo. I'm a fighter. See, when I was a youngin', my parents left me at the orphanage in the Carven Empire, and then I got sick because it was real crowded. Okay, apparently nobody wants kids in the Carven Empire. It was real crowded, so I left to go to the Abyss. Almost died, got saved by, Hero 4. Now I'm here. I like to carve wood. I like to fight. Yeah, I'm Arlo.
All right, very well said. Gwendolyn, go ahead.
I am playing Morel Mosswind, 14, sorcerer, sold to the Carven Empire Orphanage, and saved by Hero 4.
All right, thank you. Very well said. Go ahead, Naren.
I'm playing Yosef Lee. He's 18. He's a ranger. He is from the Phantom Federation. He went into the Abyss looking for some money from farming minerals. He was almost killed and was saved by Hero 4 and now lives in the village.
Very nice. Well said. And Lorelai, go ahead.
I'm Zaire. He is a barbarian. He's from the Republic of Kovar, and he came here in search of getting stronger. He almost died and then was saved by the Hero 4 and now lives in the village.
Very well said. And last but not least, Slapjaw, go ahead.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Carlos. I'm a bard. I was tricked by a bunch of my who I thought friends into coming to the Abyss, and now I just want to go home. And these guys were happily took me in. So shout out to these guys.
All right, very well said. Okay, guys, Very well said by everyone. All right, I'm ready to get this started. Is everyone ready?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful,
That
beautiful,
is all to
beautiful.
be.
I think I'm seeing a pattern between our
It's
characters.
your boy Carlos.
Yeah, you see a
Right?
pattern?
Right? There might be
Maybe.
something we have in common,
Maybe.
guys. Maybe
we might have
there's a
something
little
in common.
something.
We
All
all
right.
have eyes.
We all almost died.
Oh.
That's right.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right,
that
that's
too.
right. All right. I'm putting a new song, and then we're starting. I'm going to put you guys on the map while I get this song good to go.
Why is Carlos so far away? Oh, never mind.
Why are you so far away?
I wasn't. You were all over there by
Look,
yourself.
there's another Corin.
Is it my brother?
All right, let's begin. So all of you are victims, as we've seen from kind of what you guys have been saying. You guys are all victims. One moment. I gotta get the map up. There we go. Perfect. Dice counter going. Perfect. Okay, we're good to go. So, I'm removing your guys' art for now, as you guys know who you are. And I'm going to...
So am I?
So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to set the stage. So, you all are inside of this base, a base that you were told by Four has been around for over 10 years. Four tells you that he is a goblin who was forced into the abyss by slavers of the Republic of Kovar, that he was a victim, that he managed to stand strong and stay alive, but that he's seen many people die left and right. He took everything in himself and he managed to create this place, this fortress to defend against the monsters of the abyss, a place that is known to be of a nightmare to many. As you have all been inside this place for at least a year now, you've all been inside this place for a year, none of you have ever been allowed to go outside. You've all been told you must stay inside the fortress. And some of you may not like it, some of you may be happy about it. Either way, you are not allowed to leave. All of you are quote-unquote too young to leave. I'm going to post in keynotes for 1 moment. I'm posting keynotes. So this is for... So Four, he has saved all of your lives in the past, and you all are inside of this base, and things seem pretty relaxed. They seem pretty normal. And as you're inside of this fortress, I'm going to describe what each of the people there are like, and you guys are going to decide where you want your token to be inside of this place. So first off, we have... I'm going to say their names first, and then I'll put their art up. So first up, we have... On the map, you guys will be able to see a trident named Luthien. A very kind man. He's always minding his own business, and he's known as the resident's best eater. He's always eating random kinds of food, and what's weird about him is that when it comes to the food he eats, it's not food that you guys would need. He's able to, quote, turn dirt into water, in which he proceeds to freeze into ice, and then he eats it right there at the table. And so you're just constantly seeing him chowing down on what he calls ice chips. And so you guys see him always chowing down on ice chips as he says, "Come on by, see what I like to eat." As he's always just kind of playing around. Meanwhile, you have the two people that are in charge of guard duty of the walls. A man named Kalen and a man named Dax. Kalen is a very serious man who wants to get out of this place badly. However, he broke his leg when he entered the abyss, and he was dragged here by four, keeping him alive. His leg never fully healed properly, and so he has a limp. He decides to stay here and guard the fortress, even though he wants to leave. He tells everyone who will listen that he is a follower to the Wonder Foundation, that he believes in Gwendolyn Wonder, and that he wants to find her, to find the Phoenix. Meanwhile, Dax is an honorable man from the West Vaughn Kingdom. He simply came here because he wanted to help people. He had heard stories of many people being kidnapped, children being devoured, and he wanted to make a difference. He swore himself as a knight of honor, and he entered the abyss to help people, and he's here now to protect the children. He's a very stoic man, but very kind to everyone. You also have a satyr named Corin. Very friendly, always just walking around. He's constantly loving to hear stories about things in the outside world. He was kidnapped by a poacher in Fairy Tale, but he ended up here somehow. He doesn't like talking about it. You also have another satyr named Valus, who is a musician. He claims that he was a celebrity in Fairy Tale, but that he decided to travel the world to play his music, but he ended up in the abyss somehow. He doesn't talk about how he ended up here, but he loves playing his music, and he's always offering Carlos music lessons. And then we have Isrin. Isrin is a woman who is a frost giant. She is always singing at the top of the tower. She enjoys to sing. Her voice sends off a wave of frost ice into the air. And her voice is very beautiful. And then finally we have Threxia. Threxia is a crazy inventor, always trying to think of ways to get the base more fortified. She's currently on the rooftop testing out some new explosives in the air. Nothing too dangerous, but there are a couple of firecrackers going off right now as she's testing it out. And that is the fortress. Oh, how could I forget? The man himself, Four, the mighty Four, is currently doing pull-ups on the side of a building. As far as you can tell, he does at least 2,000 pull-ups a day, and he's currently on 1,073 as he keeps it up. So I'll start one by one as to where you'd want your token to be. Fallon, where do you want to be?
Oh boy. Just like what would we be doing? Like average day?
Yeah, what would you be doing, or do you want to talk to anybody? Do you want to be near anyone? Whatever you want. You get first dibs.
Good question.
If you can't decide, I'll come back to you.
I know. I'll be with my bard friend, and I'll be sitting there taking lessons from him.
Very nice. Oh, let me change the music.
How much of like a prankster is Corin?
Corin loves pranks.
Okay, bet. Yeah, she'd be with him. Probably like spray painting, if spray painting exists. If not, just hand painting like some like thing on like the side of a building she's not supposed to be painting on.
So Corin would kind of like laugh at you as he'd say, "This is so fun. We don't have this kind of stuff in the fairy tale. You're such a good artist, Fallon." Corin says like very kindly towards you as he nods at you. Like his eyes are kind of like shining as he's really impressed by you and like your art skill.
She gives him like a mischievous grin. And she'd kind of like shrug and she'd say, it's okay. Just, doing what I can. And then she like kind of glances around like to make sure, even though they're like close to Four, make sure he's too distracted like doing his pull-ups. As she like continues to like paint on the thing, on like the wall or whatever. And then she'd glance back at Corin and say like we just have to make sure we don't get caught. Like
he nods and says, "Don't worry. I'm fast on my feet. He says, kind of like laughing at his joke as he points at his like hooves.
As she's like painting, she'll reach the like point higher up the wall, and she like, can you lift me so I can reach up there? Yeah, she's kind of short.
Of course, as he like lifts you up, and the two of you are having a nice moment. Meanwhile, we jump to Carlos. Carlos, you're playing like so your banjo is like very damaged. Like your banjo has scratches on it from a monster that attacked you. However, Velas's banjo is like top tier condition as he's playing on it. Oh, Carlos, tell me, how do you feel today? Do you feel the musical spirit in you? Do you feel it all over you?
I will try to match his rhythm, but as soon as I hit the string, it like breaks, and I look very like dejected. I'm like, oh.
Like he just looks at you and he just shakes his head. Damn it, Carlos! I told you, you gotta watch your fingers, man. It's all in the fingers. All right, you gotta watch the way you move your fingers. Your fingers determine the sound of the music, and the sound of the music determines how people look at you. Don't you get tired of getting picked on all the time?
Truthfully, I think I just need a new lute. This one is kind of old, you see. But I don't want to get rid of it. That's the problem. So like, I need to.
Why don't you want to get rid of it?
It was my sister's before she was got by a bunch of goblins and orcs. So she used to play. I want to keep it, you know. It's just like memories.
He nods you with a smile, and he says, "I'll tell you what, Carlos. Here." He hands his perfect condition banjo to you. Give me yours. I'll repair it. I'll make sure it's in good condition by tomorrow. For your sister. He says with a smile.
But it's I would hate to break it. I can't. Surely. I mean.
No. Hey. Look. I used to get picked on when I was a kid too. That's why I learned the banjo. I wanted people to like me, and it worked. The moment I started playing music, everyone started acting like I was the best guy around. I know what it's like to be you, to be picked on for not being the best. And even more than that, I know how it feels to lose a sister. So please, keep practicing. I'll give you a new one tomorrow.
I will take his banjo. I'll look down at it, but I'll give a smile, like while looking at it. Thank you. I appreciate it. You really don't have to, you know.
You ain't got nothing to thank me for. If you want to thank me, then every time you play the guitar, every time you play the banjo, I want you to think about your sister, and I want you to remember that she's with you. Every tune you play, every sound you play, your love for her and her love for you plays through your music. And keep your head up, all right? Try not to always slouch so much. He says, kind of like he like flicks your forehead like slightly, like kind of like just like messing with you as he takes your damaged guitar and he looks at it and he whistles. Man, oh man, you certainly have given me a case, haven't you? This looks like a damned shit show. You're lucky I know how to fix it. I'll make it look as good as new tomorrow, but I'm gonna have to go and get this work on right now. I'll talk to you later, buddy. As Vela starts to walk away.
I'll just wave at him, kind of standing there, still staring at his banjo.
All right. So Valus begins walking away, and let's get down to Noemi. What are you doing, Noemi?
Oh, I think she's. So with Kalen, like, would you say he does? So he's protecting the village. Yeah. Would you say he does like patrols and stuff?
Yeah, no, he does patrols.
Okay.
By the way, I hear myself through your mic. Just heads up.
Yeah, I have my headphones died.
Ah, okay. No worries. We'll just deal with it if we have to. So, continue what you're saying. Sorry about that.
Oh, I was just gonna say, she would be volunteering for like all the patrols, trying to hang out and trying to like. Literally, she does every day. She bothers him to try and like say like, "Oh, are we going out today?" Or "Is someone need to go out and scout around?"
So Kalen, he would treat you like a bit of a nuisance. However, despite him treating you like a bother, he always ends up teaching you something. He, like, every time you're with him, you learn about something new. And so that is why you still follow him around when it comes to patrolling, because you learn new things. So, for example, today, as he's kind of like walking along the perimeter, and you see him, he's holding a crutch as his leg hasn't fully healed. You still see like bandages around it as he kind of limps while walking. And as you're walking towards him, he looks at you and he says, "If you want to do yourself a favor, then carry your dagger on your dominant side. The way you're holding it isn't right, and you're going to get yourself killed, especially this close to the wall."
I think Naomi would just be shocked by that. Just like how direct he is, but kind of used to it by now, I would assume, since staying there. And then she would just immediately put her dagger on her more dominant side. She would not thank him. She would just be just like nod, like maybe like a like very eager student in a way. She's like just staring at him, waiting for more tips, like very silently, very big eyes.
He shakes his head as he looks at you. "Are you following me around because you want to help in protecting this place? Or is it because you're looking for a chance to sneak out?"
That's not really your concern.
It is my concern
Why?
if you endanger the people here.
I wouldn't endanger the people here.
So you're telling me
Why
that
is there?
So you're telling me that if you saw your brother out that gate right now, you wouldn't open it for him? Even if you had no idea if that was really him?
Just stay quiet. She'd be like, "Mm."
He faces you
But
as...
how would I know that it's not him unless I opened it?
Well, you could try something that you have never had to do in your life, clearly. Use your head. You know, Noemi, after all the times that I've lectured you, after all the times you've followed me along acting like you're actually being useful, I think I've caught on to what your issue is. You don't think. You just act. That's all you've done is act. And maybe it kept you alive in the past, but now it's going to get you killed. And the problem is, I care about everyone here. Because these people have helped me when I couldn't walk. And now that I can, I'm not going to let you endanger them. So if you're going to keep learning from me, then I need you to promise me that you will not put the people of this village behind your brother.
Are you always this combative, or am I just special?
See it any way you like. Just do us a favor and don't get yourself killed.
I won't get myself killed before I find him. But sure.
He gives you a second look as he shakes his head. I'll tell you what. I have to do something when it comes to the walls, and I don't want you anywhere near what I'm doing. So I'm going to make a deal with you. If you remain away from the walls for the next couple days, then I'll teach you how to use a sword properly. That way, when the time comes to see your brother, you can actually help him instead of being a burden to him. He takes a spare sword out. It's a short sword, and he hands it to you. Practice carrying this on your weight. Make sure you can hold it without tripping on yourself. When you show to me that you can walk straight with it, then I'll teach you how to swing it. But stay away from the walls for the next 3 days. Understood?
Hmm. She's like thinking, but like her face is very obvious that she's like thinking. She's like squinting her eyes. She's like, I got like a half, like scrunching up half of the one side of her face. She's like, Once you finish doing it, will you tell me what you were doing?
Sure, why not? He says with a slight smile as Dax walks up and he says, Galen, we gotta start what we're gonna do. I already know. Just making sure we don't have any interference. He looks at Noemi to get confirmation.
She just gives like a smile, like a closed mouth smile.
All right. Very nice. Well done. Next up, any volunteers or am I gonna pick someone?
I mean, I'll go.
All right, bet. Go ahead. What are we doing, Morel?
Okay. Morel is sitting on the ledge while Four is doing his pull-ups. Push-ups or pull-ups?
Pull-ups. 1,078, 1,079, 1,080,
Yep.
1,081, 1,082, 1,083.
She has her mage hand also making marks in the dirt every 10 to help keep track.
1,087, 1,088,
And she goes,
1,089, 1,090.
I just don't understand why we just sit and wait around for... She's not going to come back.
He continues his pull-ups as he looks at you, and he sighs. Oh, Morel, of all the times to choose to talk to me, now is the time?
Yes, and she kind of like nods to the mage hand, which is still keeping track of how many pull-ups he's done with marks in the dirt.
He smirks at that. You know, Morel, out of all the people that I saved, I think you had the best manners. Mostly because you weren't screaming as much as others. You were completely silent when I found you. Almost like you were ready to die.
Oh, I don't see much use in screaming. It's not gonna change the situation. She kind of has her arms crossed. I want to change the situation for. I don't just want to sit here. I've gotten good with my magic.
You sound like someone that I knew a long time ago. Someone that I considered a friend. I knew her for only a couple years, but she had became the strongest person of our group. Her name was Gwendolyn Wonder. She was amazing. Kind, considerate. She loved chocolate. And she had magical power, even if she was the only one that didn't know it at the time. However, do you want to know what happened to her?
Morel has heard about Gwen, both through Four and through Kaylin at least, and she kind of rolls her eyes and she goes, tell me.
I'll tell you one thing that I haven't told anyone else yet. She didn't want to be special. She didn't want to be recognized. She just wanted to be happy. I don't know if she was the type to scream or not, because when she went away, I didn't even know it would be the last time I see her. I guess the point I'm trying to make is life is unexpected, and you have to value the time you have, because you never know when it might be your last moment. Try to smile, Morel. Try to talk to others. Try to remember that you're alive. and that I'm gonna try my best to keep you alive.
I don't feel very alive here for.
Well, of course
I
not.
want to do something. I want to do more. Why are we just sitting around?
We're sitting around because out there is filled with monsters. And as far as I've seen, there's no way of taking them out. And so we're waiting for help, Morel. We're waiting for someone to save us.
Yeah. Waiting. Is that what my last moment's gonna be? Just waiting?
He drops down from the pull-ups as he looks at you straight in the eyes. No, your last moment will be watching me defend you until my last breath, along with everyone else here. I give you my word, Morel. Help is coming. I know it is. I have to believe that, and so do you. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that we're stronger together. Your magic is an asset to us. So keep getting stronger. But don't be like my friend Gwen. Don't wander off. Stay close to us so that you can stay alive. And maybe we all can rediscover what it means to be alive when we're out of here together.
She doesn't look very convinced, and she keeps her arms folded, and she looks to the side of it and she says, yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
He looks at you and he says, I got an idea. I haven't told anyone else this yet, but one of the people that showed up here, actually, no, sorry, rewind. He says, I found one dead body in the abyss with a bag with toys and stuff inside of it. And I found something called, there was instructions of it. It's called a checkers board. Do you want to play checkers with me?
She narrows her eyes and shakes her head, and she said, I'm not a child. I don't play with toys.
All people are children at heart. And sometimes the world is hard. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes we have to be a child just so that we can bear it. And besides, if you can beat me in a game of checkers, then I'll take you outside the walls myself. You and I can explore together.
She tries not to show that she perks up a bit when he says that he would take her outside of the walls. But she does turn to face him again, and she'll nod and she'll say, fine, I'll beat you at your stupid child game, and then we can go outside the wall, finally.
That's more like it. Now, you may have interrupted my workout, but at least I'll be working out my brain, he says kind of like jokingly as he taps his head. And you and him walk inside to play a game of checkers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, very well done. Who would like to go next?
Mm-hmm.
I would.
All right. Yusuf, go ahead.
So Yusuf would have gone and he would have been following the noise of tinkering, which he would have then found, oh my goodness, so sorry. Threxia?
Yep. Threxia, she looks at you, she says, Yusuf! Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I need your help. Please step forward, my boy. You're a tall, strapping man. I need you to hold this for me. As you see her, like she's holding what appears to be an apple, like a red apple.
Okay. No, I'm not doing a voice. Okay, he would reach forward and grab the apple and go, how do you want me to hold this?
Well, I need you to put it on top of your head. I want to see the accuracy of this firecracker that I designed. As she holds like a small little firecracker and she's aiming it right at you. Just hold still. I want to see if I can hit the apple.
Is that safe? I don't think that's safe.
Well, science is never safe, but you're a tall, strong man. You could handle a little bit of a firecracker, right?
I don't know. One way to find out, I guess.
Ah, that's the spirit. I knew I liked you. As she begins to light the match. And as she lights the match, she begins to fire it off. I'm gonna see if I have anything. Okay, so it's not this loud, but so she shoots a little firecracker. Phew! And you watch as the firecracker, it shoots straight through the apple top of your head, and it flies off your head into the air as the apple whizzes up into the air and explodes in a firework. And as the firework goes off, you hear Dax yell out, "Hey! Drexia, you know the rules! If you're gonna test out firecrackers, keep it concealed! We don't want them knowing where we are!" "Oh, relax, Dax! They never attack during the day, and we haven't seen any of those monsters for weeks! I think they're all gone! But regardless, I have to make my test outside!" As Drexia yells out, and Dax looks at Yusuf. "Yusuf, you know better! What are you doing up there anyway? Don't tell me this is because of some stupid crush!"
Well, no.
Oh, God. I swear. You know, I had high hopes when you showed up because you're an adult, but now I see you still got the mind of a kid. Just stay up there. Help out the scientist, but make sure she doesn't burn the damn place down.
Got it, sir.
All right, then. Very good job, Naren, by the way. Very good job. All right. Is there anything else you want to say or do, or is that it, you think? I'm good if you are.
Nope, I'm good.
Awesome. Arlo or Zaire, who's going up next?
I can go.
All right, Arlo, what are we doing?
Okay. Nothing crazy. I think Arlo, I wouldn't call her necessarily antisocial, but she likes to keep to herself. I imagine she'd be sitting on this pile of wood, probably carving into it, and kind of looking out into the forest. Her biggest dream in life is to kind of be an adventurer, to travel and see different places, kind of like a lone cowboy type of stuff. So she doesn't really like being stuck here, but she hasn't made an attempt to leave or, sneak out or anything. So she just likes to sit on the ledge here and kind of watch out.
Very nice. Very nice. Roll, roll performance.
Shit is gonna go great. Oh, it's a 16.
So if a 16, you're performing very well. You're tinkering and you're working on your stuff very well. And as you're doing that, because of how well your work is going, I'm gonna give you advantage on this. Roll a perception check with advantage.
Hey yo. Advantage. It's a 15.
So if a 15,
I don't know why it didn't show up.
You see at the very corner between the trees, you see some kind of glowing, sensational sight. You can't really describe it, but you see multiple glowing symbols, and then it disappears just as quickly as though it never happened.
Okay. When Arla's very intrigued. The idea of adventure and mystery is very exciting to her. When she looks around the guards that are around her, I don't know why it's not letting me ping these two.
You're good.
What are they doing? Are they looking around? Would they be able to see her if she were to jump off outside?
So as you look at them, you see that one of them is currently reading a book, and the other one is working on a puzzle. They're very lazy in their guard duties right now, it seems.
All right. Well, in that case, Arlo will want to kind of jump off the ledge. Maybe take one of the wooden pieces with her to kind of use as a step stool to get back in eventually. But she will try to get down and go check it out.
All right. So Arlo, you go down into the forest, and we'll get to that later. All right. Last but not least, we have Zaire. What are you doing, Zaire?
He'd probably be sitting near Luthien, playing with his wood carving tools, carving like a little wooden dragon.
Very nice. So Luthien would he would look at you and he'd be like, Zaire, you truly are an interesting man. Always minding your business, always just trying to do your thing. And you look strong too. I want to see if you're as strong as my people in the ocean. Put your arm out. Let's go. Arm wrestle.
He puts his arm out to arm wrestle him.
Let's go. All right, come on, let's do it. He puts like he grips your hand tight. He's like, let's do it. Grip in hand. Roll a strength check.
Oof.
So with a 20, so he got a 25 and you got a 10. So Luthien overdoes it. He shows his strength as his muscles flex, and he slams your arm into the table. Literally a hole forms in the table from slamming it down, as you are shocked by how powerful Luthien is, even though he doesn't act like it. As Luthien just kind of smiles at you and says, "Don't worry, I'll make you as strong as I am, Zaire. You want proper training?"
Of course I do, sir.
Ah, spoken like a loyal trident. Let's go, my boy. As he stands up and he says, "Here's what I want you to do. Punch the air 3,000 times, just like me. Come on, let's go. Don't worry, if you get hot, I'll cool you down." As you just see water shoots out of his head into a shower, showering both of you like a little drizzle.
He'd look at him kind of confused and then just copy his actions to the best of his ability.
All right. So the two of you do that in this moment, and you two are having a good moment. And you all are having some really good moments right now. Caliph, I want you to roll a perception check.
Oof. Okay. Perception. 12.
Okay, I want you to roll a strength check.
Oh shit. Well, great. Well, shit. That's a 9.
Okay. No worries. Just rolling for fun. All right, let's proceed forward, shall we?
Right, yeah, I bet you're fucking rolling for fun. What the
That
fuck?
is the scariest shit I've ever heard you say. I swear to God.
just rolling for fun. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What the fuck?
It's like
That is a
asking somebody
threat.
to
How do
roll
you know?
initiative
That is a
and just
threat.
say, "LOL, just kidding." Like, what?
Yep.
For real. You're threatening my life.
I was
That's
I need to roll
what's happening.
perception. Oh, 13? Okay, yeah, continue.
No, for real.
So 1 hour passes, and Arlo has not come back to camp yet.
Oh, great.
So Arlo is not back at camp, and we are 1 hour away. And as this goes on, Kaelin and Dax, they're on the outside of the wall, and they're currently doing something. But however, you hear Kaelin calling out to the guards. He yells, "Open the gate! Somebody open the gate and make it fast! We have a visitor!" Dax calls out, "Open the fucking gate! Come on, let's go! We gotta get the fuck in here! I think I saw something out there! Make sure no one's going outside the walls! I think there might be tree monsters out right now! Everyone, stay inside and open the fucking wall!" Kaelin kind of like scoffs. I just said that, and a lot less rude like you. Yeah, well, people need to fucking listen, all right? I see people not listen all the time. And I thought I was the mean one, Kalen says to himself, as Dax just kind of like barks out orders as the two of them walk towards the gate. The guards are all kind of like lazy. Noemi, if you want, I'll say that you're close enough to open the gate if you want to.
Yeah, she'd open the gate.
All right, cool. So, Noemi, you open the gate, and as you open it, you see an unfamiliar man to you walking up behind them. I'm gonna post the token for him. And then I'll post his art in keynotes. He is a wizard named Rickard.
Ricard. What's the name?
Indeed, indeed.
Maybe a good voice, Cap. We're all expecting it.
So, as you approach the gate, Kalen looks at you and he says, Noemi, do me a favor. Go get 4, please. We have a guest. Rickard, he walks in behind and he looks at you, Noemi, and he says, please make sure to make it snappy. I have a message for everyone here. It's very important.
Noemi would just like nod quietly, but like very like gives this Ricard fellow like a good like up and down look, just checking him out. Not in a checking him out way, but like very just examining him. And then she would just nod at Kaylin and she would go off to get 4.
All right. So after you tell 4, 4 would immediately call and say, everyone, meeting tent, everyone, let's go. Everyone, except for the guards. Guards, you're still on duty. Maintain watch of the walls. Everyone else in the tent now. We have an announcement. As everyone proceeds to go to the tent.
Which tent is that?
I'm gonna put you to map now. Don't worry.
Oh.
I'm just moving all your tokens to make it easier to move you.
Everyone's about to realize that someone's missing. She's
How
going
old
on
did
an
we
adventure.
know?
Don't worry about it, guys. I'm sure she's fine.
How old did we know Arlo?
I'm gonna say that this fort has about roughly 100 to 200 people, so it is possible you didn't notice she's not there.
Great, that makes me feel really good, guys. Thanks for that.
Alan would probably have, at some point, pulled a devious prank on Arlo, but not know Arlo's name. But would know, like, Arlo's, like, face. Like, if she saw Arlo, she'd be like, hey, you're you, but, like, not
You're you.
Whatever the prank was, that's what
Yeah,
Alan
she'd be
calls
like,
them.
oh, you're the pie
You're the
guy,
whoopee
yeah,
cushion. You're the
yeah,
whoopee
yeah,
cushion
yeah.
person. Yeah, I remember you.
Yeah, I remember you.
Where's Whoopi? Who? Whoopi Goldberg?
Well, you know, the whoopee
No.
cushion prank person.
Whoopee
yeah,
cushion
them.
is Yusef.
Hey.
So Rickard,
Well, you gotta watch
Arlo
where you
is
sit.
Arlo is pie girl.
Great.
go ahead and move your guys' tokens wherever you want to in this room.
Move Corin over here, my buddy.
All right, very nice.
Lorelai, I'm sorry, Yusuf. Just side note, would you say that maybe he would have taught Arlo how to wood carve?
Yes, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Oh, I was asking Yusuf. Not you,
Oh,
Campbell.
you're right.
Thank
You're
you.
right. My bad.
Thank you for your blessings, sir.
Zaire.
My bad. I thought you were asking about an NPC. Sorry about that.
Zaire, you mean?
Oh, Zaire. Sorry, Yusuf. Jesus. That name is stuck in my head right now.
I was like, I
Zaire,
don't know
yes.
what. He doesn't do that.
Yes. I'm so sorry. Yeah, would you say you would have taught Arlo? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, so you would know Arlo, just saying. That's cute.
All right.
Someone needs to notice she's gone.
So, as you guys are in the meeting tent, 4 would be the first one. Like 4, he calls out, he says, wait a second. One of the younger ones is missing. Where's Arlo? Does anyone know where Arlo is? Anyone? Alice, I'm hearing myself through your mic a little bit. Just a thought. So when no one responds, he just shakes his head. After this meeting, I want us to do a full search of the camp to see if Arlo's slacking off anywhere, or sleeping or whatever. Rickard steps forward. He says, I'll make this very simple, all right? As some of you may know already, my name is Rickard. I'm a wizard that was trapped here long ago. I am called the Oracle by many, and I have provided intel to multiple settlements in this place, including all of you. And I have some very large news to deliver. I have to tell you all about people who have come to save us, legends, heroes, promises. Rickard, he kind of like steps in the middle as he begins to start a magical fire. And the fire begins to glow in the room as he says, this is a magical fire, and it will take the shape and form of whatever I show to you, of whatever I witness through my mind. One second. I'm gonna put a sound of a, well, actually no, this fire is too loud. Okay, we'll do this fire, and I'm gonna lower it for myself. I advise others to do the same as well. So Rickard, he begins to tell a story. He says, listen very carefully, my friends. As many of you know, the Abyss is a place filled with soul-eating monsters, trees controlled by a man known as Marvin, a man who has been enslaved by his vindictive and vicious wife, Ovelius, an evil and cruel woman. As many of you know, we have to keep magical sacraments or magical marks around our buildings just to ensure the trees can't sense us at night. Otherwise, they'd be able to sense our souls and they would try to capture us. Now, I'm not sure for those who have been told already, but I have learned more about how it works. Once the trees are able to capture you, they'll wrap their vines around your body and they'll keep you restrained for about an hour. After 1 hour has passed, they'll be able to see everything there is to know about you. And if your soul is innocent, then they will devour it. They will absorb it into the sacred tree. Now, as you know, there are lords of the Abyss. These lords serve under Ovelius, and they grow stronger by the day as they're fed the souls of the children who are taken here. As many of you know, we've had to hide for decades, if not centuries. However, I have been able to see something occur on my crystal ball. I have seen a group of very powerful and determined women gather together, victims of another villain. However, for some reason, they ended up here. I'm not sure how, but regardless, they were targeted by a dangerous individual known as Jester. And as he says this, multiple people in the crowd kind of like groan, like, oh, Jester, God. Ah, yes, many of you have heard of him. Many of you have known him. The one who claims to be nice until he tries to kidnap you. Yes, they were confronted by Jester, and then after that, they traveled to Black Raven Nest, and then after that, they made their way into what appears to be the Kaimari tribe, or at least some of them. My crystal ball's a bit misty on the details, but as far as I've been able to see, they've managed to kill not one, but two Lords of the Abyss. They've killed Brevin, and they've killed Dante. Multiple people are kind of wide-eyed in shock as Dax says, "That's incredible. What is the name of these heroes?" Kaelin chimes in as well. "What? Did you see Gwendolyn on the orb? Were you able to see her or any of the wonders?" "Easy now, my friend. I'm getting to that. Both of you, calm down." 4 chimes in. "Rickard, should I ask the kids to leave the tent?" No, it's quite all right. It's nothing but good news. Don't worry. Good news. The Promises of Pandora is what they call themselves. Now, as to why, I'm not exactly sure. If I had to guess, they have some kind of association with the creator of our world, Pandora. They all appear to have incredible strength and power. However, after they went to the Kaimari tribe, it appears as though they split up. I'm not sure why or what they're doing. It's hard to say. It looks like some of them are moving towards Black Raven Nest, while others are moving in another direction I do not know. All I know is that they have the intentions of defeating Ovelius, of killing her. And if she dies, the Abyss dies. So, my friends, I've come here to implore upon you to gather up your arms, to gather up your courage, and unite together to march towards Black Raven Nest. We must walk upon the Promises of Pandora and join their cause. Help them in defeating the evil known as Ovelius. He says as he raises his fist up, and the flames kind of sparkle dramatically as it shows the Promises of Pandora, multiple women, as he just kind of shows it to everyone. Everyone just kind of looks at this very surprised. Would any of your characters say or do anything? You guys are free. It's all you.
Zaire's eyes would definitely light up at the mention of fighting.
All right. Anyone else?
Yosef would see that Marin is there and he would mumble the princess.
All right. Very nice. Anyone else?
Fallon, she'd say, so they're gonna free us all of this abyss?
That's right. The promises will save all of us. I have no doubt.
When?
It's hard to say. It could be days, it could be weeks, but I imagine it'll be faster if we get to them sooner than later. 4 nods as he says, very well. Everyone, start packing your things. We'll talk about ways to get out of here tomorrow night, but for now, start packing up. We'll continue our rotations of guard duty, but until then, everyone pack up, and we'll talk more about how we can help them. Thank you, Rickard, for the news. You can stay here if you want. Oh, trust me, friend, I intend to stay here for at least a couple days. I want to march with you to the Promises. I'm very curious to meet them myself. 4 looks at Morel. I'm going to take Morel on a little bit of a scouting trip. I want us to patrol around and see if we can find any extra food or resources for the trip. Everyone else, remain on guard duty. Kaelin, you're in charge until I get back. Understood. Dax, if Kaelin fucks up, you're in charge. Understood. As 4 just looks at all of them and he says, everyone try to behave. And remember, the Promises may want to help us, but we can't be burdens to them. We have to help them as well. As 4 walks over to Morale and says, ready to go?
He is sitting on a box, and she's still thinking about what she saw, and she nods. She has things to ask for, but she would wait until they're out of here, and she'd say, "Yeah, I'm
right.
ready. I'm ready."
Sounds good. At that, Kaelin would look at Yusuf and Noemi and he'd say, listen, I know that I've been a bit hesitant with getting your guys' help, since both of you are, no offense, amateurs. But the way I see it, with Arlo missing, we need to keep an extra eye out. I want both of you on guard duty as well. Both of you will watch the main gate. I'll patrol around. Sound good?
Noted.
All right. Very nice, very nice. Anyone else like to say or do anything, or can we move on to the next scene?
Move on.
Awesome. Actually, you know what? I have to use the restroom, so we're going to take a 3-minute break. I'll be right back, and then we're going to cut to the next scene. 3-minute break, everybody. All right, we are back as we resume session 53 of the Promises of Pandora. There we go. Okay, perfect. So I'm putting you guys back on the other map. One moment. Oh boy. One second. I just made it. Uh-oh. Oh, one second. I gotta fix this mistake. Sometimes the undo doesn't work on Roll20, which is annoying. Oh well. So while I'm fixing this error, real quick, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Morel, we're going to start off with you and 4 leaving. You're leaving as the sun is going down, as he wants to go pick something up. And he won't tell you until you're in the woods.
But we're picking up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Picking up a 3-5.
Well, let me know when you're ready.
All right. You guys on the map now? I just fixed the issue. Okay. So, you guys are free to move tokens as you like. Okay, so we're going to pretend like, well, no, we don't have to pretend. Move your token out of there, Morel. You're walking with 4. So let's do that scene real quick. So, are you ready, Morel?
Can I have control of Corn's token
Yeah?
or no?
Sure.
But
Okay. So, let me change the music. So as of right now, everyone is like packing up. Like everyone's packing their stuff up. Everyone's kind of preparing. And we now get to 4. 4, the leader of this place. Someone that Morel trusts. He gets her whatever she wants in terms of like gear that she needs, and the two of them walk outside the camp as the sun is going down. As you're walking with 4, he looks at you, Morel, and he says, I'm going to be honest with you. I lied. We're not going out to get food. I have a stash nearby with something very important that I need to get, and I didn't want to go alone. It's risky to go alone.
She'd look at him curiously, and she'd say, well, I'm glad that you're getting me out of the village. What kind of stash is it?
There's something inside that it was given to me by the Guardian a long time ago. He told me only to use it for an emergency. I didn't want to risk bringing it into the camp in case Ovelius could track it somehow. I didn't know how she worked with the Guardian's magic. So I hid it away somewhere, and I wanted to go and get it. However, I don't want to leave the camp defenseless, so I figure there's no harm in you coming along, and you've been wanting to get out anyway, right?
Right. Who's the Guardian?
He's a being, a man that wanders through the abyss helping people. I don't know why or how, but he's powerful. And he helped me in the past. He kept me alive. You've never met him.
Well, I've only met the people who've been in the village, to be fair.
It's true. You're going to be meeting a lot of new people soon. You're going to have to keep your mind strong, Morel, or you're not going to make it.
Strong? In what way?
No matter how strong I might be, no matter how strong you may be, no matter how strong these promises are, there's one thing that I learned, and I hate that I'm giving this lesson to you when you're so young, but sometimes I wish someone said this to me when I was your age. People are going to die. No matter how much you fight, no matter how strong you may be, people you care about are going to die, Morel. The only thing that you can do is fight to make sure it's less than what it might be. You have to fight to protect those that you can, and accept that some things are out of your control.
She would nod, I'd say, well, fighting, even if it means I might die, sounds better than just waiting around. Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Rickard, when he showed us these promises, was the purple-haired one, was that Gwen?
I don't want to talk about it.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dirty 20.
You see at the corner of his eye a tear beginning to fall down.
She would nod, and she'd probably assume that it was, or at least someone that reminded him a lot of her, and she'd say, very well. And she'd continue with him.
All right, one moment. Okay, sorry about that. Had to fix an issue. Okay, so Morel and Four, they travel into the woods, and they are gone. And now we get to the gate. So Noemi and Yusuf, you would be at the main gate. Caitlin would be away right now, doing a patrol. Dax would be doing a patrol as well. Yusuf would be there. Thank you, Yusuf. Rickard would be resting. Valus is working on the guitar. Or banjo, sorry. Okay, so real quick, Carlos, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Velas would walk up to you and he'd say, "Hey, Carlos, I know that I'd said that I'd have this done in a couple days, but turns out my magic's stronger than I thought it was." As he hands you a new, like he hands you your banjo, but it looks brand new, like it is in perfect condition.
Is that the? How did you do that?
He smiles as he says, "Let's just say that I was motivated. I kept thinking about how good you're going to sound with this perfect banjo." As he hands it to you, and you see a signature on the banjo as it says, "Consider that a bonus for whenever you get back to your hometown. You could tell them that you met the one and only Velas," he says with a smile.
I'll take the banjo and I'll give him his banjo. Why? Thank you. I appreciate everything you've done for me, Velas.
Don't sweat it, kid. Listen.
I don't know how to thank you.
You don't have to thank me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He places his hand on your shoulder. I'm trying to tell you that the only one you need to thank is yourself for never giving up, for always trying to stay true to yourself. This world is full of awful things, man. It needs music to make it a little better. And as he says that, Noemi and Yusuf, are you there?
Yes.
Europe.
All right. So, as of right now, I'm going to say it's about 10 to 11 p.m. The sun is down. It's nighttime. And as it's nighttime, you guys hear a familiar voice calling out. It's Arlo. You see her covered in dirt, covered in branches. She looks dirty as she walks out of the bushes towards the gate.
Hello? Can someone open the gate? Hello? She's like banging on the gate.
Who goes there?
Yusuf? It's me, it's Arlo.
Arlo? Why are you outside?
Okay, please don't tell Four. Okay, I sneaked out. I'm so sick of being stuck in these walls, man. I sneaked out. I went on a little walk. Okay, I fell in a hole. She like gestures to herself at the state that she's in right now. Like, I fell in a hole, got stuck for a few hours. Eventually got up. Now I'm here. Please let me in before Four sees me, or Rex. Please, or Dax. Sorry, Dax. I'm real hungry, man.
Can we do an insight check?
Yes, go ahead. Roll insight.
Mm.
I think Noemi would be at the whatever system it is, like ready to pull open the gate, but like looking at Yuta for like confirmation.
So
with a 10.
With a 10, it's Arlo. She's tired and she wants to come home.
And hungry.
Yeah, she's tired and hungry. She wants to go home and have a nice meal.
Oh, can't be so suspicious. Like, out of character. It's like scary. Yeah. So, Noemi look up at Yusuf, and she'd be like by whatever thing that opens the gate, and she's like, "Can I open it now?"
It seems to be her.
Who else would it be?
I don't know.
Arlo, have you got an evil twin somewhere we need to be worried about?
Me? Nah, I'm the evil twin. Huh? Sorry, bad joke. I'm sorry. Please, just I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, I fucked up. I'm sorry.
Sounds like Arlo to me. And then Noemi would move to open the gate.
Yeah.
So you open the gate, and as the gate opens, let me get the sound for this.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that was really loud. What the fuck?
Yeah, the gate
Scared the
is the
shit out of me.
Whatever. The gate opens, and as the gate opens, you hear Kaylin yelling, saying, "No! Don't open the gate! I sense movement! I sense movement! Don't open it!" But the gate's already open, and as the gate is open, Arlo, you begin to run inside. And as Arlo runs inside in front of Noemi and Yusuf, suddenly you see two people appear as though they were like they were invisible for a moment, but you see two people appear next to Arlo, both of them standing, as one of them says, "You did well, Arlo. I am a man of my word. I will let you live. Join the others." As this man, he shoves Arlo onto the floor next to Noemi, as Arlo's mind is released from the brainwashing. You are now yourself again, Arlo, as you see two figures appear before you. And I'm gonna post in keynotes what they look like. One moment.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
If only I didn't have a
-4. Yeah, -4 is crazy. Oh, Yusuf.
Yeah, with a 14, you might have known. He's just a little stupid. It's okay. We like a himbo. Yeah, nope. That's the fucking center. What the fuck?
No. So this is.
He looks like a center.
No, you're good. So
That's
I'm gonna show him
Beyonder.
on the map. So I'm gonna show him on the map. So this is Beyonder and a man behind him as well. I'm making it visible on the map. So a Beyonder and a man named Slayer standing next to him, as the two of them stand right in front of Noemi and Yusuf. And Beyonder looks at you and he says, "Hey guys, listen, can you please just get on your knees and surrender? Put your hands out in front of you and I'll just put these cuffs on. It doesn't have to hurt, please." As he, like, you see Beyonder has like multiple heads and multiple eyeballs as he smiles at you guys, and his voice is very soft as he just looks at all three of you. And Kaylin like runs, is like, fuck, everyone, get ready, we're under attack! And suddenly you guys hear a horn go off. A magical horn go off. And as a magical horn goes off, you guys witness multiple tree monsters begin to scale the walls of the entire base.
Real quick, what do I remember?
So basically all you remember is that a tree vine grappled your arms and restrained you, and a man with multiple heads and eyeballs looked at you. He put a hand to your head and he said, "You are now one of us, and you will get the gate open for us. If you do, I'll let you live." And
Okay, and currently I'm no longer under his control, right?
That's right. Yep. You're no longer under his control.
Okay.
So
Well-
you begin to see these tree monsters begin to scale the wall, all over the wall. They're getting scaled right now. And yeah. So Arlo, Noemi, Yusuf, the stage is yours. Go ahead.
I think.
So Arlo got
like,
pushed
as-
down. Noemi would kneel beside Arlo and.
Yeah,
What?
Arlo, as soon as she like realizes. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, you go.
As soon as she like kind of wakes up, she like sits up and she grabs Noemi by the shoulders and she goes, "Noemi, we're so fucking fucked, dude. That fucker with those heads, he grabbed my forehead. He mind controlled me. I don't remember what I told y'all. Listen, I fucked up real bad. We got it. Where's 4?
He went out, Arlo. What? You got mind
Gone.
control by that creepy fella?
Yeah, listen, so I was sitting on the ledge like I do, every day. I be doing my stuff with my wood. I be doing my stuff with my wood, and I saw
Yeah,
sparkle
you
in
do
the
your stuff with
woods.
your wood really well.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, dude. So I was doing my stuff with my wood, and I see it sparkle in the woods. And so I'm thinking, right? I'm like, well, I'm not gonna bother anyone with that shit. I'm just gonna check it out myself.
And so I jump down because these guards, they ain't for shit, dude. They just be doing their shit, not really guarding. So I jump down, I go into the woods, I get grabbed. Okay, a tree fucking grabbed me, a tree. And then this motherfucker touches my forehead, and all of a sudden I'm back here. He told me, you're gonna open the gate. I don't remember anything else. What the fuck? I'm so fucked. If Four finds out that I'm responsible for this shit, he's gonna kill me. You can't tell him and it was me, dude.
Hello, if you were mind controlled, I don't think Four's gonna hold it against you. Now get up! What are you still doing on the floor?
I can't tell him I snuck out. Promise me you won't tell him I snuck out.
We promise. And Yosef's gonna pull out his longbow and get ready to shoot.
Okay.
I think, you know,
All right.
give a small
Everyone
nod
roll.
and be like,
Let's
okay.
kill these bitches.
Everyone roll initiative. Oh, Carlos, you'd still be with Velas for now.
I don't know why I said it as. Oh, wait,
Do I
it's
roll
just
initiative?
No, not you. Sorry.
No, we
Not
need
you.
our sorcerer. Return. Guys, we might be a little cooked.
Nah, we're fine.
R.I.P.
Trust, we're fine. They're just trees. It might have like no HP. Yeah, trust.
Yeah,
but so do we.
We have no HP.
We have no HP.
I'm not on the list.
Oh, I'll add you right now. Fucking poor Kalen. Kalen's like leaping on his broken, like his legs like limping as he's like, what the fuck? Why'd you open the gate? Why'd you fucking do that?
Arl's like, yeah, why would you guys open the gate? Why would you do that? Are you fucking stupid? Are you dumb?
God damn it. Oh, no.
I regretted it right as I saw what his insight was. I was like, well,
What did you roll, Carlos?
10.
Yeah, that.
Am I under?
Yeah, I got you. All right. So I'm changing battle music, and then let's get this started, shall we?
They're inside the walls right now?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, this is perfect. Okay. So suddenly, the Fort of Four is under attack. The tree monsters are attacking. They're beginning to surround you as Beyonder and Slayer both just stand in front of you. And these monsters begin to overtake everything. You watch as 4 tree monsters impart upon the guard and Ezrin. All Ezrin and the guard are torn apart as their vines begin to wrap around them. I'm going to roll a strength save for them. Ezrin fails. And the guard fails. So both of them fail as the 4 tree monsters begin to wrap their vines around their necks and crush their bodies. You watch as both of them are crushed to death right there, dead. More tree monsters begin moving in straight towards Zaire, Kalen, and Luthien. One tree monster takes on a guard. Rolling strength save. He fails as he dies right there. Crushed to bits by the tree monster. Rolling another one. With a 16, the guard is barely able to hold him off as the vines wrap around him. The guard yells, "We're under attack! Hold off these monsters!" As the guard's holding off the tree monster barely, Beyonder calls out, "Don't fight! If you just surrender, no one has to die! Please, just don't fight!" The Beyonder yells. The tree monsters continue scaling the walls. Another one manages to hold it off. Another one dies. Another one. Another guard dies. I'm gonna roll 4 times just to make it easier. Alright, all 4 fail. Roll one more time. Another fail. So you see all these guards being killed off as tree monsters continue to move in. 2 of them go for Dax. As Dax, he pulls out his great sword. Bring it on, you fiends! I'll cut you down where you stand! He yells as he gets ready. I'm rolling strength save for him. With a 22, Dax is built different as his muscles flex and he manages to grip the vines and stare them down. Is that the best you got? Meanwhile, other tree monsters are moving for Kalen. Kalen immediately uses his reaction as he looks at them and he pulls out his own longsword and he aims his sword at them as he says, disappear. I'm rolling a save for the tree monsters. The tree monsters pass as Kalen, unfortunately, his magic isn't strong enough as the tree monsters keep moving in. I'm rolling a strength save. With an 11, Kalen fails, as Kalen is restrained to the ground. They're squeezing the life out of him, but he's not dead yet. They're slowly choking him out. Luthien is pressed to the ground as well. And then finally, you see one tree monster get on top of Valus. One is leaping towards Carlos, but Valus jumps in the way, blocking the tree monster from getting to Carlos. As Valus yells, Carlos, run! As Valus protects Carlos, standing in the way. Valus fails as Valus is restrained to the ground, the vines wrapping around his neck and choking him out. Valus is almost dead as he is restrained to the ground. And I think that's all the tree monsters for now. All right. Arlo, you're up next. As it's your turn, Arlo, the Beyonder, he looks at you and he says, please, just get on your knees and surrender. No one has to die.
Arlo looks at him with like a weirded out face and goes, you are some kind of creep, dude. You touched me real weird in those woods. Nah, you're a creeper, okay? And then she turns to Noemi and she goes, dude, we gotta run. There ain't no way we're winning this fight. We gotta run.
He touched me real weird in the woods. I trust you. I can't go for Arlo's accent. I love it so much. Yeah, Noemi looks at Arlo and it's like, Arlo, they're all around. How are we gonna get out?
Good question.
We just leave the others behind.
I like kind of looks at Yusuf and like scoffs and goes, well, they're all gonna die. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to die with them, okay? We can just sneak past them. We're fast, okay? We're young. They're probably real old. They're trees. We're fine. We're just gonna, you just gotta run. I'm running. I don't care what y'all do, but I'm running. I'm just giving you the opportunity to run with me. If you don't, that's fine, but I'm running.
You're a coward. Got it.
As you're having this conversation, the Beyonder calls out. He says, listen, I give you my word. If you surrender, we won't feed you to the tree. You will only be prisoners. We don't want to kill you. We don't want to feed you to the tree. I give you my word. Please. I don't want to do this, but I have to. Just surrender and none of you have to die. Please. The Beyonder like preaches to you guys as he says this to you. And as he says this to you, the man standing behind him, the Slayer, he calls out. He says, stop trying to bargain with them, Beyonder. You know what needs to happen. I'm posting in keynotes what that looks like.
Is there something I can roll to decide what Beyonder's like words, if I would like believe him or something? Insight? Okay. Right, I'm dumb.
No, it's okay. You're good. You're not dumb.
Okay, so that's 18.
So if an 18, Slayer is hoping that you guys try to fight. Like, Slayer wants to kill people, but Beyonder, he means what he says. He doesn't want anyone getting hurt. His goal is to capture you guys, not to harm you and not to feed you to the tree.
Okay, well, in that case, Arlo like kind of watches Beyonder and Slayer, and she kind of like focuses on their body language and stuff. And then she turns back to Noemi and Yusuf and goes, all right, okay, I'm not gonna run. We're not gonna run, but we can't fight. Okay, that Slayer, that weird guy, he's like itching for his sword. Look at him. He wants to kill us.
So
he's like itching for blood. Okay.
So
hold on.
Oh no, go.
But the weirdo from the woods, he looks nervous as fuck. Okay, I say if we're gonna do anything, we give up. Might be our best opportunity.
So I was gonna say is at this point, very well said. At this point, I'm asking you, what is your action? It's your turn. What are you doing? What's your action?
Well, I'm not gonna do an action. My action is I put my arms up.
All right.
So I hold my action, I guess.
All right. So you put your hands up in a surrender gesture. All right. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Beyonder's up next. As Beyonder, he begins walking up towards Arlo, and he says, "Good. Don't harm this one." As Arlo pulls out what appears to be magical handcuffs, and he tries to restrain the Beyonder. Beyonder pulls out magical handcuffs, and he tries to restrain Arlo's hands together. And when he does this, if you allow it, when he cuffs your hands together, Arlo, you suddenly feel like you've lost sensation, like in your legs. Like you fall on your back on the ground as you feel yourself paralyzed from the waist below, and you don't have any magic flowing through you right now. As Beyonder says, "Thank you for letting me save your life. You two should follow as well, please." Slayer shakes his head. "Even if she surrenders, I'm going to kill her. I don't know why, but I feel anger towards her." As he points his finger at Noemi. And Noemi, I want you to roll a perception check.
Oh shit, okay. Perception. Oh, +0, great. Oh!
A nat 20. Lyra, I want you to brace yourself. With a nat 20.
Lyra or Noemi?
Sorry, Noemi. Noemi.
Okay.
With a nat 20, Noemi, you hear the voice of the Slayer. And you know that voice. It's a voice that you admired your whole life. A voice that you know. It's your older brother. The man that you've been looking for all this time. The man that was taken from you. A kind big brother. He always took care of you. He'd help you with your homework. He'd help you when it came to talking to boys or girls that you liked. He was always there for you, giving you advice, tutoring you, being the big brother that any sister would want. You hear his voice, and this man before you is him. He's your brother.
Ah, shit, I didn't give him a name. Fuck.
Let's say his name is Noel.
Okay. Yeah, Noemi's in shock. She looks at him and she kind of frowns a bit and she goes, "Noel?"
He scoffs as he puts his hand over his mask and he removes it. "Noel is dead and gone. I'm the Slayer." And I'm posting keynotes what he looks like now. I'll put it on the stream as well. "I don't know you, and I don't care. Surrender or die."
think she would just be in like shock, and she would just stare at him. And yeah, like a little comic thing, she's crying. Yeah, I think she just stares at him, and I looked for you. I came here for you. What are you doing with those people?
He just stares at you, and he uses a reaction. He puts his hand out, and he says, "You're not even worth killing." As he waves his hand, make a wisdom save, Noemi.
She ain't got no wisdom. It's a 3. She ain't got nothing, brother.
With a 3, Noemi, you go unconscious as you fall to the ground. The last thing you see is your brother, as he looks at you with nothing but disdain in his eyes.
Bleh.
All right, very well done. Next up is Fallon. You're up, Fallon. What do you want to do?
Oh boy. Did I see everything that just happened? Like,
Yes. Oh yeah. You see all of it. It's like you got a 3D vision right now. It's like everyone's going crazy. And as this is going on, Corin immediately grabs your hand. As you see a side of Corin you've never seen before, Corin looks at you. His eyes are dead set, looking into yours. Fallon, I need to get you out of here. We need to run. As he begins, like he tries to tug you to follow him.
It's hard because I'm trying to debate if she would run or fight or surrender. Can I also insight check beyond her?
Yes, go ahead.
It's a nat one.
So no, you don't believe beyond her. You think you're going to die here.
Oh, great. Okay. Which direction is Corin trying to pull me into?
So Corin, he's trying to lead you towards what appears to be some kind of hole. He says,
Like what direction?
Like this way. Like here. It's not letting me ping, but...
Oh, inside the little town?
Mm-hmm.
Like, dupe. Is that an option?
You could try.
She would. It's hard. She'd like kind of tug back on his hand, but not like letting go. And she'd say, "No, like we have to leave. They're gonna kill us."
Fallon, do you trust me?
She would pause a moment, because she's never really trusted many people before, but she does trust him, and so she would nod.
Corin nods as he says, "Well then, follow me. Come on, I'm telling you. I digged a secret hole out of here. It's right there. We can take it and get out of here."
So the hole is like here? Where does
Yes.
it go out to? Like,
I dug it underneath the base. I dug it for fun, but it'll lead us out of here.
she will nod and say like, okay, and she will go into the hole.
All right. So you begin to you and Corin, you go into the hole as the two of you begin like climbing down into the little tunnel under the ground as the two of you begin climbing through it. All right, and that's the end of Fallon's turn for now. Slayer's up next. As Slayer walks up to Yusuf, swinging his great sword in the air, he puts his mask back on. So what will it be? Surrender or death?
I will surrender if you help Naomi.
His eyes narrow. Who?
The girl, your sister?
I don't have a sister. Kneel.
I will kneel if she is healed.
This is not a negotiation. As I'm gonna roll to hit. So he does a.
Yusuf is the woman protector.
So he does a double attack. 17 and 25 both hit, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, both hit. And so the first attack does. Oh, so yeah, the first attack kills you. So the Slayer, he swings his sword and he just cuts Yusuf's head right off as Yusuf falls to the ground, dead. Sorry, Yusuf. Well, actually, Yusuf, you're on death saves. So Yusuf, go and start rolling death saves. So Yusuf, you fall to the ground. Actually, okay, so let's rewind. Sorry. Your head is not chopped off, but he stabs through your chest right where your heart is as you fall on your back on the ground and you're on death saves. He goes for a second attack, making you automatically fail a death save. However, as he looks down at you, anger fuels him as he uses surge, as he begins to attack you twice. So actually, my bad, he permanently kills you as he continues to swing his sword down again and again. You hear him yelling, "Die! Die!" as he just continues swinging down on Yusuf, and he brutally kills Yusuf right there. He chops his head off as he lays on the ground dead, and he looks at Noemi, anger on his face, as he says, "I don't have a sister. I don't have a sister." Beyonder says, "Slayer, calm down. Remember, we want prisoners. Don't hurt her." "Fine. We'll do it your way, Lord." As Beyonder saved Noemi's life from Slayer killing her. Carlos, you're up.
That's crazy, because on her turn, she was going to call him an ugly creep.
I love that. So, Carlos, you're up. As you see Valus getting pinned down and strangled by tree monsters, and you're in front of it. What do you do, Carlos? What's happening?
Can I climb over here to this wall?
Yes, you can. Roll. You have to go through them though. Although I suppose those two are preoccupied, but there will be others that might try to get you. But yeah, you could do it.
Okay. I will do that. So Valus tells me to run, and I hesitate for a moment, seeing what's happening. I debate helping him, but ultimately I think Valus would want me to run. So yeah, I go over to the wall. I look back and I see Zaire. Zaire?
Yep.
And I see him kind of standing there, and I don't know if he sees me, but I try to get his attention. You know what I mean? I'm kind of waving him, try not to draw too much attention from the tree monsters. I'm trying to get his attention. Trying to see if he looks at me.
So Carlos proceeds to run past the man who gave him a new banjo and is currently being restrained and strangled to the ground. Carlos runs by this man, and he runs over to the top of the wall and is now calling to Zaire. Go ahead, continue.
Does Zaire look at me? Does Zaire respond?
He looks
Zaire
over,
notice
yes.
me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, senpai. I stop.
Yo?
I wave my hand. I'm I'm trying to beckon him to come over here. I don't know if you can or not.
Yes, he can.
He'll go over, yeah.
Do you want to? Okay, cool. In that case, I will. I'm gonna cast Featherfall on both of us. Right. Okay. Yeah. There's Featherfall.
Oh, actually, hold up. Zaire can't move yet because it's not his turn yet.
Okay, that's what I mean. Okay, well, regardless, I'm still gonna do Featherfall if he can't come, and I'm gonna jump.
All right, so Carlos proceeds to jump off the wall as you cast Featherfall. And what I want you to do, Carlos, is I want you to roll a dex save. Twice.
Dex save twice.
Mm-hmm.
Save. Okay, there you go. 1. Okay, there you go. That's 2.
So for the 23 you pass, but for the 13 you fail. As suddenly one of these tree monsters uses a reaction to shoot its vines out, and it catches you by its waist, and it grabs you, pulling you away from the ground, and you get restrained on the ground by the tree monster. As the tree monster is currently pinning you to the ground, its vines wrapped around you as you're pinned to the ground, Carlos. Good try, though. Good try. I respect it. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or is that it?
Okay, so you guys are trees, right? Technically.
Yep. Yes. Tree monsters. Yep.
So so imagine this, right? Prestidignation, right? I can make a small flame, right? Very small. If I cast it on the tree monster, it doesn't do any damage. But can I cast it on the tree monster? Can I make a small like flame on back of it?
Yeah, you
hopefully burn.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
Cool. I'm gonna do it.
All right.
There's it doesn't say I can roll the dice, but
No,
yeah, I do that and hope that the tree catches on fire.
So the flame begins to ember a little bit on it, and I'm gonna roll for that later. But next up we have Noemi. Noemi, roll a wisdom save to see if you wake up. Ooh. So with a 6, Noemi, you remain unconscious as you think about your brother and how good he used to be before he turned into this. Yusuf?
She's in La La Land. She's like, oh, it's my brother. I found him. Found my brother.
Meanwhile, Yusuf is dead as fuck as he has been decapitated and cut into pieces by Slayer on the ground. But nothing but respect to the player playing Yusuf. Very well done. I was very impressed. I'm sorry you were brutally killed, but Slayer is kind of he's a lot. So, but respect to you.
It's funny. It's okay.
All right. Next up is Corrin. So Corrin, he continues digging in the tunnel with Fallon as they continue digging together. Like not digging, but moving through the tunnel together. And as you're moving the tunnel together, suddenly you see vines appear blocking off your escape route in the tunnel. As vines begin blocking off your escape route, Rickard yells down the tunnel. He says, "What's happening down there? Is it clear? Can I go through as well?"
Isn't bro supposed to be some great oracle?
It was Crystal Ball.
So there's like no escape, like
basically.
She would just call back, like, or well, does Corrin say anything? Like seeing
Corrin sees
this was his tunnel,
and he like yells. He's like, no! Damn it! Damn them! Please! Listen, you can take me. You can keep me. He's like praying at the vines right now. He's talking to the vines like they're a person. Please, take me. Just let Fallon go. Just let Fallon go. But please, you can have me.
Him.
Ow! What the heck, Fallon?
She's like, don't talk like that. Like, if we can't get out of here, we don't have any other choice.
Roll a strength save, both of you.
Both of you?
Well, I'm rolling one. You roll for Fallon.
$19.
So you watch as Corrin is restrained by the vines. The vines wrap around Corrin, pinning him to the wall, but you're not restrained yet, Fallon. Let's go to the next turn. Next turn is...
Do the vines, are they like killing him or just like restraining to capture him?
Restraining to capture him.
She would let herself get caught then.
All right, fair enough. So
And
Fallon
she'd
is...
yell to the vines. She'd be like, I surrender.
All right, fair enough. So, very good choice. Fallon and Corin are both captured by the vines, as Valus, who is muttering to himself, I can't believe the little shit ditched me. Fuck! I gave him a new banjo! Valus mutters to himself, and then he's knocked...
Well,
and then
man.
Valus is then knocked
Crazy
on...
thing to say after he told Carlos to run.
I know. I'm just memeing. That was a joke. He wouldn't actually say that. If anything, he would just say, I hope he got away. Like, Valus is a good guy. That was just me being a jerk. Valus would say, I hope Carlos got away.
My headcanon, that's what he's internally thinking, but externally he's like, oh, thank
Yeah. So Valus goes unconscious as he's knocked unconscious. Zaire, you're up. What do you want to do?
I think he's taking in that everyone around him is either restrained or like dead. And he's severely conflicted on if he should fight or just surrender. I don't know if I should roll something for that, but
It's up to you to decide. Kaylin's like restrained. Kaylin like yells at you. Kaylin says, hey, Zaire, right? Cut this vine off of me. Meanwhile, Luthien says, no, there's too many. Zaire, just surrender. Live to fight another day, brother. Dude, fuck that. Fight another day. They're gonna kill us. No, my friends. If they wanted to kill us, they would have snapped our necks. They're trying to knock us unconscious. Yeah, so they can feed us to them. Just have faith, brother. Please. Surrender so we can live. Who do you listen to?
I think Zaire would just drop his weapons and just stand there.
All right. The tree monsters restrain Zaire as well. Zaire is restrained. Kaylin is knocked unconscious. Rickard is caught and restrained as well. Well, actually, no, sorry. Rickard surrenders. So Rickard, he would walk up to Slayer and he'd say, I surrender. Threxia would be knocked unconscious. The guards are taken out. Luthien is knocked unconscious. The tree monsters continue to move in. As the tree monsters restrain people and knock them out. Arlo remains restrained. And at this point, I'm gonna just say that I'm gonna go off initiative order here, and if anyone wants to do anything, just let me know and I'll cue you in. But basically, the fire, I'll get to that. So Rickard, he says that I surrender, and Slayer immediately walks up and says, you don't get to surrender. Avelius wants you specifically dead, Oracle. As Slayer walks up and Rickard's eyes widen. How do you know that name? As Slayer just suddenly cuts Rickard's head clean off his body as Rickard falls to the ground dead. Slayer calls the tree monsters. He says, throw them in cages! All of them! Lock them up! Get them ready for transport! Bring the carts in! As the tree monsters begin moving around, bringing carts into the village, as you guys are getting thrown in cages. I'm rolling in keynotes. Or I'm saying rolling. I'm putting in keynotes what this looks like. Here it is. In keynotes, this is what it looks like right now. As everyone is thrown in cages. And when it comes to the fire, Carlos would see the fire begin to catch on a bit, but then you would watch as some kind of green magic fuels over the fire and dims it out in a matter of seconds as the fire goes out. These tree monsters have some kind of internal magical source. And you guys are all thrown in cages.
Arlo's in the cage going like, I can't believe they fucking opened the gates, man. Stupid. Like, why would they even do that?
Well, someone paid the price for it.
Yeah, sure did. Dumbasses.
Bro, that's so funny.
I'm having so much fun right now. Can you guys tell?
Dumbasses. Why would you open the gates? Bitch, it was for you!
No, it wasn't, you fucking liar.
So everyone is thrown in cages, and I'm gonna put a new song for this part. Morel, get ready. We're gonna key you in now.
Yeah. I'm ready.
So, Morel, hours pass by. It's you and four. It was about roughly a 2-hour trip, and then it took 2 more hours to come back. And as you get back, the village, it looks like it's been attacked. You see holes in the towers. You see what appears to be tree monsters patrolling around. You hear people yelling inside the base. You hear the clinking of cages opening and closing. And 4, he has his fist curled up as he shakes his head. And I forgot to mention, but what you witnessed 4 getting was a magical scroll that was hidden inside of a tree. Or not in a tree, sorry. Under the ground. He buried it in the ground. And he found a magical scroll that he hid there a while back.
Would he have given any information about the scroll?
He would have told you that it's a teleportation scroll.
Hmm.
I'm putting you back on the map. He, 4, has like tears in his eyes and his fists curled up. I have to stop them. I have to fight them. Morel, just go, run off, go west. That's the direction that the promises went. Look for the promises. I'll try to save our people. As 4 begins marching towards his base, he knows that the tree monsters have surrounded it. He knows there's probably a lord inside, but he doesn't care. His people are in there. He's marching towards it right now. What do you say or do, Morel?
This is a good question. She'd say, I can help I told you I've been training.
He shakes his head. Do you remember that part I said? About how people die? People that you care about?
Yeah?
Well, the truth is, Morel, I care about you the most. And maybe that's because you remind me of Gwen, who was my best friend. Or maybe it's because you're the only person here that I think has the ability to survive in this place. Whatever the reason may be, I don't want to see you die. So please, just walk away. I have to do this. 4 keeps walking.
He would be watching with clenched fists. And I assume he's just walking to the gate. Yeah.
Yep.
She would not fight. She'd start going west. But she's going to climb the wall. Well, is there a place that she could see over the wall? I know that kind of defeats the purpose of a wall. So, but I don't know if they broke the wall so that she could see in. Or...
Yeah, no, you can go inside.
Okay, because I don't want to go in the main entrance. She's trying to be sneaky to see what's going on.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so she would get up along the wall. I think she would. She'd want to kind of look in here and maybe see.
All right.
a little bit of what's happening, and she's gonna watch. She's gonna try and remain hidden and kind of watch and see what happens with 4.
So 4 walks in and he yells, "Hey! Let them go!" Beyonder and Slayer look at him, and Beyonder says, "Rest assured, friend. I tried my best to make sure we could save as many of them as we can." Save them? You're locking them in fucking cages! Let my friends go, or I'll kill you. I'd like to see you try, Goblin. Slayer says as he steps forward. Don't fucking challenge me. You might be some Lord's apprentice, but I only serve one, and that's me. As 4 puts his fists up, 4 and Slayer begin to go at it, the two of them battling back and forth. The battle's intense. Slayer swings his sword. 4 manages to dodge it. He punches Slayer in the chest, shoving him back to the ground. Slayer begins to snarl in anger as his sword begins to glow. And suddenly Slayer's moving twice as fast. He manages to get behind 4 and punches him in the back of the neck as 4 slams down into the ground. And as he does, Slayer tries to stab him in the back, but then suddenly 4 manages to dodge the stab, and he grips Slayer by the neck, lifting him off the ground. As he does, Beyonder says, 4, stop! Don't make me do this! As you see Beyonder charging up some kind of dark magical energy spell, and he aims it right at Fallon. If you don't stop fighting back, then this little girl dies. 4 screams in anger. You would use a child against me!
Can I try to cast sleep on Slayer in my cage?
Very good question, but at this point you all would have been magically handcuffed. Yeah.
Okay, can I do something?
Yes, Morel, you are not handcuffed, so what do you want to do?
Yeah. So I'm guessing that everything is watching what's happening.
Oh, yeah. All the tree monsters are watching right now.
So I would like to. Can I see keys to the cages? Who's got the keys? Can I see the keys? The keys.
It's on the belt of Slayer.
That is so unfortunate.
Can I hide behind Noemi, so I don't get?
No, I'd say you were in different cages.
God damn it! I wanted to be a meat shield. She's still unconscious, I think. She'd be like, just gets moved around.
Probably for the best, honestly.
Okay.
So you don't see your brother
It's
like
fine.
this. Yes, Morel, go ahead.
Okay. Well, oh god. I mean, I can get the message to 4 in the middle of all of this. So can I... shit. My mage hand can only be up to 30 feet. Okay. She would tell 4 via message. And maybe he won't even hear it with everything going on. I don't know. But she would say, I can get them out of here, or I can try. If you can get the keys, I can use Mage Hand and Fog Cloud, and maybe at least some of them can escape.
Ford,
And just the keys are on Slayer. That's all.
you're good. Ford nods, and he says, do it. As 4 suddenly, he drops Slayer on his back on the ground as he says, all right. As 4 raises his hands up. And as he does, Morel, I want you to roll an Arcana check.
Oh my god, a 21.
All right, go continue. What are you going to do now?
Okay, so he's on his back. Does it look like he's gonna try to get the keys, or that he wants me to try to get the keys?
So 4 wants you to get the keys.
Okay, so I'm trying to be as absolutely stealthy as possible. And I'd have to get within 30 feet. Fuck.
Carlos, I have one question, Carlos. Would you snitch on Morel for the chance of freedom? Or are you not going to say anything? Nah, I'm just kidding.
How would you put that in his head?
Nah, I'm just kidding. Continue, Morel. Nah, I'm just
my God,
playing.
If she's like pressed up against this wall, I mean, it looks like she's like directly in front of the tree, but she's like pressed against this wall. And now she's within 30 feet, so if this tree doesn't go like aggro mode, then she would use Mage Hand to try to steal the keys.
Roll Arcana and Stealth.
It's so funny because I am proficient in both of these. Oh, fuck me. Okay, so Arcana didn't go so hot. Neither did Stealth, if we're honest. So it was a 10 for Stealth, and it was a 6 for Arcana.
So, as you do that, your magic wraps around the keys, and you manage to pull them away. However, it's very clumsy, and you hear a voice in your head. My, your magic is very powerful. It reminds me of someone. What is your name, girl? You hear this voice in your head, and it echoes like 6 times.
No, Beyonder. She would try. Oh God, would she ignore it? No, she try to talk to it to keep it, maybe hopefully keep it distracted, and she'd say, Morel, who do I remind you of? While she continues to try and like bring the keys closer and is trying to also prepare fog cloud.
You remind me of someone I knew. Someone that I unfortunately have to hunt down. The only difference between her and you is that I don't have to kill you. Forgive me, girl. Roll a wisdom save, Gwen. Or Morale, sorry.
19.
So of a 19, he tries to put you to sleep, but you manage to resist it as he gauges you. He says, oh, interesting. You can resist it. Can you resist it twice in a row? As he casts it again, using a sorcery point. Go ahead and roll another wisdom save, Morel.
Bruh. It's 12.
So unfortunately, Morel, you remain strong the first time, but the second time, you begin to feel the loss of movement in your limbs and body as you begin to fall to your knees. You're still conscious, but you're currently like incapacitated. As he looks at you and he says, do not worry. Your friend 4 is not going to die. I will make sure of it. And I will do my best to help you and your friends escape out of this. But for now, you all must go into cages. I'm sorry, Morel. Truly, I am. As you can say something if you want to, Morel, and then you're gonna pass out. So say whatever you want before you pass out.
Bruh. She'll say, there is always a choice, and you've made yours. And that's all.
So after you say that, you go unconscious. As Morel goes unconscious, and Slayer begins punching 4 again and again, beating him over and over as 4 grunts in pain. 4 doesn't fight back as Slayer keeps beating him. He punches him down to the ground as Slayer stands above him and begins kicking him in his ribs, punching him in his face, breaking bones as 4 gasp in pain. Slayer pulls out his longsword as he aims it right at 4. And he swings it down on his head. And as he does, Beyonder, he casts a spell, an illusionary spell. And suddenly, to Slayer, it looks like 4's head has just been cut in half. But in actuality, the sword slams in the ground next to 4. And 4 almost says, "What the fuck?" But then he hears a voice in his mind, the Beyonder. "He thinks that you're dead, 4. Pretend like you are. Don't say anything if you want to live." "Why should I listen to you when you're taking my friends?" "Because if you want them to live, then you'll listen to me. Please." 4 nods as Beyonder says, "I'm an ally to the Promises." 4 nods as he remains, in his head he nods, as he remains still on the ground and doesn't move. So as he remains on his back, Slayer begins moving with the tree monsters as he says, "I'll get the cages moving along. We need to hurry up and get them to the mini tree. Let's go. I'll catch up. I want to investigate anything left behind," Beyonder says. "Just make it fast, my lord. Please. I want to get home as fast as possible." "You know, you are a very valiant apprentice, Slayer. But there's a reason why I allowed you to keep some of your independence. I gave you free will. I took your mind, but I gave you free will. Try to remember that. All that matters is the will of Ovilius," Slayer says as he walks out, and he takes all of you guys on the cages away. You guys are going on a little ride together. And as you guys all disappear, as the whole place disappears. Oh, how silly of me. I forgot to put Dax in there. Dax is taken prisoner as well. Dax is taken prisoner. And as this happens, Slayer leaves along with the tree monsters, and he takes you guys in cages. And Beyonder, he walks up to 4, and he says, "I have a message for you." He pulls out 2 keys. "These are 2 keys." Actually, sorry, correction. He says 3 keys. He says, "These are 3 keys. I managed to sneak them out of the sacred tree. I grabbed them after I realized Shade had left for good. These are mirror keys. It will remove the entire mirror wall around the trees. I need you to take these, and I need you to give them to the Promises of Pandora. The last I heard, they were at Black Raven Nest. Go there, find them, give them these keys, and tell them that I'm on their side, that I'm against Ovilius. As best as I can be, anyway." 4 looks at him and he says, "Why are you doing this?" "Because Shade leaving made me realize that I'm not proud of who I am. And if someone like him is willing to give his life to be better, then who am I not to do the same?" 4 nods as Beyonder walks away, leaving 4 there. 4 is completely alone as he now has to travel to Black Raven Nest to find the Promises of Pandora. I'm posting in keynotes what this final image looks like. And I'll put it on the stream as well.
Do we get a level up?
No.
Okay.
And there you go. That is the end of your guys' NPC scene. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and then we're going to jump back to the Promises of Pandora and the THA.
Ugh, why would they open those gates? Crazy. What a
Yeah,
bad
who would do that?
choice.
You were still on.
Yeah,
they?
honestly.
What kind
What
of,
is they?
choice is that?
What kind of idiot leaves the village?
Yeah, it's like the first room
I
to tell
don't
you
know
in,
what you're talking
in
about.
gatekeeping class.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was literally.
My job
on
is
the
not to
ledge
keep the gate
carving
closed.
wood
My
the
job
whole
is to
time.
be a child.
I was doing my thing with my wood the whole entire time. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, your wood. Your wood, yeah. Yeah.
All right, we are back as we resume session 53 of the Promises of Pandora. As always, I'm very excited to continue. We are back in the THA, where some text role plays happen for multiple players off-screen. The most off-screen thing I'll say was that Caliph had a meeting with the dragons alongside the leader, or rather son of the god of dragons named Nullify. Caliph managed to make a deal with them to get them to align with the rest of the Hellfire Zone, and so now Caliph has managed to unite the Hellfire Zone for the war, at least. However, she had to tell a little bit of a lie. She told a little bit of a lie that, for starters, they believe that she's the one who removed the barrier for them. And the second lie is that she is in a relationship with the son of the leader of the Rogue Dragons, Broken. So, yeah.
In my defense, I didn't say that. He just assumed. I tried to say we weren't, and he just ran with it and then left. So I didn't actually lie. I tried to make sure he knew what I was talking about, but he assumed. So that's on him. I'm sure Broken won't mind though.
He was very happy at the idea of his son dating the Solar Hero. So can you blame him?
Oh, well, too bad.
Yeah, after he slapped her. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and try to get me into a challenge that would have literally killed me.
Dragons are a very interesting race.
Yeah.
All right. So, all in all, that is probably the biggest TXRP scene that I could think of. There were some other scenes as well. When it comes to Alice, she spoke to Agatha more, and Agatha agreed to basically go after Alice's mother during the war to save her from the Divine Union. Naren and Adrian had a very big fight as Naren discovered that she accidentally told her brother who to target in the Federation, leading to Adrian being kidnapped, experimented on, and his parents being brutally killed in front of him. And so they have a little bit of a relationship gap there, but they are working on it. Lorelai and Calix spent more time together, and they bonded and talked more about their lives, and they established that they are a relationship now, a very loving relationship, as Calix seems amped up and ready to win the war. Calix believes that the war will be quote-unquote easy peasy and that he could take everyone on. And
it isn't.
Good luck with that one.
Caliph and Ventari had a very good heart-to-heart in which Ventari established that he is okay with just being friends. However, him and Caliph are, they might have had a little bit of a fun time after their friend talk, but, it was just a friend thing. Friend activity,
Yeah.
Friends with benefits.
No strings attached. Yeah.
Yes,
Totally.
indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And so,
It doesn't mean anything, Cap.
whether there will be consequences for that decision in the future, we will find out throughout this campaign. And Alice also did some training of Asher. They're still doing training in which they are learning, or rather, Asher's learning how to fly as a bat. And if I'm missing anything, please feel free to speak up. I can't think of anything else to my mind right now. I think that's basically it. Oh, Gwen spent time with Shade, of course. And I think that's really it. I can't think of anything else right now. So, do I have any volunteers? Anyone who wants to do stuff? If no one volunteers, that's okay. I'll pick. I don't mind.
I can, I guess, volunteer.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking of just continuing the scene we were doing in Text RP.
Yeah, absolutely, we can. Absolutely. To be clear, if you don't have anything you want to do, I am totally okay with that. Like, I have no issues. Please don't think that I'm, like, testing you. It's okay if you don't have anything in mind. Like, you guys have been here for a while, like, and plus Text RP exists, so it's okay if you don't have anything in mind. Seriously, it's okay.
I mean, I do want to do it. I just didn't know if you wanted to do it.
We'll do the training scene in Text RP, 100%. Like, I will continue that. I'm down for that.
Then I don't know.
It's more clean that way because, like, it wouldn't, like, it feels kind of sloppy to, like, cut it from where we wrote it and then into, like, session. Like, I think it's just cleaner to do in Text RP. Do you have anything else in mind, or is that it really?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to do in the THA?
I mean, me and Lyra can do the archery scene now, and then everyone else can think like what they want to do.
Absolutely.
You know,
So before we do that scene, I have to do something with Lyra real quick. It won't take too long.
Bet.
Lyra, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Let's see here. So, Lyra, you find yourself standing in the party room. Everyone is having an amazing time. People are celebrating, they're cheering, they're drinking, they're eating. Everyone feels good. However, you feel a bit hollow inside. You don't have the love of your life beside you. You were forced to leave him in a dangerous place. You were forced to trust him to handle things. You were forced to be apart from him. It's funny how things work out, because a year ago, you would have never even thought of a person like Jericho. You would have just thought about how you need to win the next fight, about how you need to be able to end up on top. But now, you're not thinking about your next battle. You're thinking about when you'll be able to see Jericho again. You're thinking about when this war will be over, and when you could have your own life. You're thinking about the freedom you have to choose the life you want now. And as all those thoughts go through your mind, you hear footsteps as a man approaches you, a man who you don't like, a man who was a part of what happened to your mother. He made a deal with Ovelius to make him become a human instead of being a warforge. A deal that drained the soul, or rather energy, out of your mother's body. He feels guilt over this as he tries to mold you into who he thinks you should be. He's a very complicated individual, but he tries to stand beside you anyway as he looks at you. Lyra, I'm happy to see that you managed to pass your tests. I knew that you could do it.
Lyra, like, slowly turns her head to look at him. She was like, her arm was almost raised to, like, slap herself to stop being so mushy thinking about Jericho, but then she lowers it again, hearing his voice. And she just frowns looking at him. She's like, so you've decided to show your face again?
He sighs. I've been thinking about what I said to you, about the way that I judged you. I let my guilt...
And the way you sent a note to King Starklin? How about that?
I wrote that months ago. And I was angry.
Sure you did.
I was angry when I wrote it, Lyra. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry.
Why don't you want me to see her?
Because a part of me believes that your mother deserves to see you at your best. But I know that I was just lying to myself. The truth is...
And who are you to decide what my best is?
I know. That's why I realized I was wrong. I realized that I was projecting on you. I want you to be at your best because I'm hoping that your best will forgive me for what I did. That you'll forgive me for making a deal with Ovelius. For making your mother lose her life so that I could be human. I want you to forgive me. And if you won't, then I'm begging you to let me join this war with you. I want to fight for you. I want to die for you.
If you die, will she come back?
Well, no, No, she wouldn't.
So I guess I don't get to kill you here right now. What am I even saying? I don't know if I'd want to. Even if it did.
He looks
you will
down.
Fight, Hisua.
He nods at
But
you.
not for me. For more than me. For everything we are trying to protect. And if you die, I won't be sad.
He nods as he looks down. I'm sorry. And I'll say it over and over, and even if you don't accept it, I am sorry. I want...
Why would you spring that on me? Hisua?
Because I want to be human. I want to feel human. Even after Ovelius took away my parts and gave me organs. I have a heart, I have lungs, I have limbs, and yet I still don't feel human. I don't feel like I'm alive. And I'm hoping that helping you will help me get there. But I know that I'm being selfish. I'm sorry. I don't need your permission. I will do everything I can to help in winning this war. And I want you to know, Lyra, that if I ever... Sorry about that. He says, I want you to know that no matter what happens, I'm going to make sure you see your mother again. Alive. I give you my word. This may be the last time we speak, but just please know that I'm sorry. As he would begin to turn and walk away, unless you stop him.
I think she'll just mutter under her breath. I think she'll just go, goodbye, Hisua.
Hisua walks away. Well done, Lyra. Well done. Dirt would just kind of wave at you and say, good job, bestie, good job. Like Dirt just kind of waves at you, smiling.
He says, good job, bestie.
Yep. Good job, bestie. Good job.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I fucking love Dirt. I'm so glad that he was there. I got to bring him back.
All right.
Where is he on the map? Actually, I can't find him. I'm blind.
Right here.
Oh, he's there. I see him. Yeah. should be move and hang out in it. Duh.
All right. And I'm ready for your guys' archery lesson if you are.
Yeah.
I bet.
Okay, so I'm putting into Venture how it's gonna work, and I'm putting in the map as well for the range.
Oh, I
You
had a
can
map prepared.
Put it up for us.
We could use yours though.
Oh.
I'll show you the
It's
one
okay.
I did.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter really.
Well,
Oh,
here's
that's the one I sent.
Hey, look
It's
at
the same
that.
one.
Nice. Very nice.
Hell yeah.
Love that. Very nice. Love that.
Okay. Remember, Lara, we're using short bows.
All right.
Okay, girl.
You two are free to have at it.
Okay, I feel like this would have happened before, like after the banquet, but before they left the THA, and Killith would have come up to Lyra and been like, hey, so I got a short bow, because I want to be useful even from, when I'm far away, but I'm not sure if I'm doing it right, so I would really like it if you could teach me.
Sure. I mean, I don't think you'll need much teaching, but yeah.
Well, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Let's not treat it as a lesson. Let's make it a competition.
Competition? Prepared to lose.
Oh, I'm not sure I will, but I like the confidence.
What did we have? Okay. Yeah. How do you want to do it? Do you want to do initiative for turns or?
Hold on, my mic got...
No, Pookie's mic got disconnected.
Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry.
No worries. Take your time.
This music's a little bit depressing, Cap. Can we change it, please?
Sure, why not? I thought it was sweet, but I'll change it. Oh, this music's even sadder. This is my favorite sad music personally in my playlist. I love the sad music.
Great, I'm back now. Okay. Yeah, let's do initiative to see who starts first. I mean, it's gonna be fucking you, of course. Yeah, can you start an initiative thing for us, Cap, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah. See, what did I say? But all right, you go ahead, girly pop. Okay, so just to explain, we're rolling to hits to see if we even hit the target, and then we're doing athletics check, which is what we decided on because it's the one where we have the most similar modifier to see how many points we get.
Okay, here we go. AC is 14. Let's see. Can she roll above a 2? Is the question. Oh? Why does it not let me roll it? Excuse me. Roll. There we go.
And so we watch.
Oh, she got
So we watch as Caliph and Lyra, two individuals from such different places. One, a place of snow, a place of wildlife, and one from a place of desolate lava, coarse obsidian, and nothing more than monsters who roam around, who try to defend their land. These two women, both so different, yet they bonded together like sisters, as they now stand together, practicing their bow and arrows, ready for this archery competition. Lyra rolls to hit of a 14. It's an impressive shot.
not that impressive. She did hit it.
Barely, but hits.
Hey now. Hey.
She's just so nervous around Kayla.
14. So that's 4 points for
Yeah.
Lyra.
Oh yeah, the winner is the first who reaches 30 points, which technically Lyra could do in just 2 hits.
We'll see.
Caleb goes.
I think
Not bad.
Lyra looks at Caleb. She goes,
He goes, not bad.
I guess
not
I'm
bad.
a little bit rusty today, but you know, it's good game practice.
Just
then with
today.
newbies.
Sure. Caleb gets a nat 20. I should get double
I think
points
for that,
right?
20, can we say like double points? Whatever you get, just double it.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Okay, athletics.
So you just see Caleb. Caleb just kind of locks in as you see her just firing off bow and arrow.
Caleb, you get
Perfect
2
precision.
points. Oh wait, no. You have a +9. Ignore me. Sorry.
I get 18 points.
8.
Yeah,
You got
because I get
21.
double points. Yeah, I got a 21, so that's 8 points. Oh, sorry, 16, not 18. My bad.
Yeah. I think Lara kind of scuffs a bit. She's like, yeah. So is this... She's like, in her head, she's like thinking, okay, so she did this to embarrass me.
Sure.
21 is gonna hit. And then... Athletic. 19. What does 19 get me? Oh, 6 points. Cool. Okay.
Okay, let's go. Oof. You're really not having a bad day, are you? As she, like, knocks her arrow. It shoots as well.
Now you're
She
just
hits!
cocky.
Well, you know me. It's a 14.
That's 4.
So that's 4 points, okay.
Alrighty. Mm. 27, obviously gonna hit. How well does she do it is the question.
Oh, I just realized we should be using the effects for this. Like, Lyra just took a shot, so...
Ooh.
Ignore that 6, I didn't roll anything. 11. What does 11 get me? 1 point! Lyra, currently on 11 points, is like glaring at Caleb.
Caleb is
Caleb's on
trying
20.
not to smile. She is so happy right now. And she kind of goes like a little, huh. As she knocks her arrow again. And she misses. So I'm gonna flavor this. Caleb is trying to be cocky. She knocks her bow with Era and she looks over at Lyra and she doesn't look at the target as she shoots. And she misses and she goes, fuck. Stupid Caleb.
I think Lyra smacks a little bit. She's like, that's what happens when you get cocky. You better not do this in the war.
I'm a stupid.
No. Bruh. 13. Okay, that's still 1 point. Holy shit.
Oh my god. Okay. Caleb tries to lock in now. She's like, I fucking got to win this. So she locks in. She shoots again, and she hits this time. And that's 4 points. Yes, oh, you better
Bro, you're
hurry
6
up,
points
or
away
I'm
from
gonna
winning
get
this.
you.
Jesus Christ.
I am. I need at least an 18.
Holy. Okay, well, she still hits it. Holy Jesus. What's going on? Come on, she's really in her head thinking about Jericho. This needs to stop now.
Fuck
22. What's 22? get me 22
points.
gets me 8. Okay, so I'm on 20 right now.
Okay, let's does it again. She hits. Okay, so I need at least an 18. Fuck! So she gets 4 points. And she goes, "Ooh, you really gotta hurry up, Lyra."
Lara grits her teeth. She's like, "It's cocky."
Jesus Christ. I'm so fucked. You can no.
Oh,
Not
we'll
the double
see.
points. Not the double points.
What did I get? 16. What's 16?
6
16
points.
is
No.
4. Oh, 6,
Oh, 4
16 is
points.
4,
Oh
so
shit.
8. So,
Oh,
my god,
shit.
we're tied right now.
Kaylich
God.
starts sweating profusely. I don't know what you just did, but that was unfair. She, like, I imagine Lyra like shot 2 arrows at a time.
She did. She was,
That was
was
unfair.
cocky. Takes this arrow out. Just go, like, but realized she took 2 instead of 1.
Because like, I'll show you good aim. Then she shoots. She hits. Oh my god, and I get 1 point? Fuck off right now.
That's crazy.
So you
Okay,
just
you're on
fire
29.
there.
Holy shit. Okay. Don't fuck up, dice, please. I gotta win. I gotta prove I'm a good at this.
Fucking- Come on, dice. Shit.
Okay. So she hits.
No.
What
I
I get?
also get 1 point.
This is like trying to test us. Okay.
Well, we know now. Kayla's gonna win. If she hits.
If she hit.
Kayla's like genuinely, there's like droplets of sweat coming off her face, and she has like sweat pits right now. She's like, no, I gotta win this. This is too close. I gotta win this. She hits. And she rolls. And Caleb is victorious. She gets 4 points. And she
Hell yeah.
Caleb like hands up into the air. She goes, "Yeah, I'm the better archer. And she starts like victory dancing at you and like laughing in your face.
Lara just scowls at her. And it's like, you won this time. But remember, in training, I'll still beat you.
Yeah, you said that the last time I beat you at the strength contest, huh? When we did arm wrestling, you also said that next time you'll beat me. This makes it 2-0. Are you really that strong, Lyra? Or do you just pretend to be strong? She's like, she has a smile on her face as she says all of this.
That's crazy. Give me 1 second. Ah, fucking failed.
Did you try to shoot me just now?
Yeah.
Bitch. Kayla goes, ah! Did you just try to shoot me?
Just a warning.
You're a sore loser. I can't believe you just tried to kill me.
If I wanted
And
to
she
kill
would,
you,
like-
you'd be dead already.
Oh, Caleb playfully tackles Lyra to the ground and starts wrestling her.
Bruh, try it. Do a fucking
Yeah?
strength
Okay.
check with me right now.
Okay, bet. Okay, strength
I'm
check
probably
right
gonna
now.
lose anyway.
Do it right now. I got a dirty 20. Yeah,
19,
bitch.
Fuck.
Yeah, bitch, you're on the ground.
I can imagine they're just like wrestling and just like. I think.
Yeah, they're like laughing, wrestling.
Yeah. I think Lara would look up at Kayla's once they're done and just be like, "This was a good distraction. Thank you, Kayla."
Good. I'm still stronger than you, though. I hope you know that. She like helps Lyra up.
Her eyes go dead. She's like, "I take it back."
Okay. And scene.
Very nice. I love that. Good job, guys. Very well done. That was very sweet. Very sweet. Okay. Let's do a scene of our two newest players, Lorelai and Naren.
Yeah.
Panama, Panama. Oh. Panama, Panama. What do you guys think of the new Roll 20? I like it a lot personally.
I like it, but it's gonna take me a while to like start using it.
Yeah, it's true. I just like the way it looks, to be honest. Like the tokens look cleaner to me.
Yeah, it looks really nice. It'll be like fun when I put it in my head that that's something I can do and use.
Yeah. For sure. Alright. Let me change music and new scene. So this takes place during the time of the THA. So Lorelai and Naren, they've grown closer over time in the THA. And at this point in time, Naren told Adrian the truth. She told him about how she inadvertently got his family killed. And right now they're not on talking terms. As Adrian has asked for words that nobody ever wants to hear in a relationship. I need some space. So, so Adrian has given Naren some space, and Naren is sad about it. As Naren runs into Lorelai, who is right now having time of her life. Relationship's great. Calyx is great. Things are great. As these two run into each other in the hall, you guys are free to take the scene. It's all yours.
Naren definitely had her arms crossed, her shoulders were slouched, and she had some tears, but she immediately wiped them when she noticed Lorelai. She was like, "Oh, Lorelai, hello. How are you?"
I'm good, but I don't think you are.
I have been better. That's for sure. I'm sorry.
What's wrong?
I mean, just a small, not really a small argument between me and Adrian. I fucked up.
Do you want to tell me what happened?
It didn't happen. I'm at fault, Lorelai. I'm the reason. I'm the reason he's the way he is. Why my brother hurt him. I'm sorry.
Why do you say that?
My brother. I was young. I was 12. I thought I was doing something good. I thought I was helping by picking someone. I wasn't. My brother, he asked me to pick a criminal, someone that could be changed. And he changed them. He changed them in the worst way possible. He said he wanted to help them get better, not that. And so I had picked someone who caught my eye. And of course it had to be Adrian. Of course it had to be.
It sounds like you were young and you didn't know what you were doing. It's not all your fault. You were just trying to help someone.
Doesn't mean I wasn't stupid. Should have seen past my brother's lies. I should have known.
Like you said, you were 12. How did you know what he was going to do?
I don't know. Doesn't mean I don't feel any less shitty about this.
It's okay to feel bad about something you did in the past. She would take a step up to her and try to give her a hug.
She would lean into the hug. She'd probably start sobbing, saying, "Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry."
It's not your fault.
It's as much of my fault as it is anyone's, I guess. How are you?
I'm wonderful right now, but that's not what matters right now. It's what you matter.
I don't know. Actually, do you know where Calyx is?
I'm sure we could find him.
That would be lovely. I would like to, if Calyx is willing, I'd like for him to deliver a note for me to Adrian.
We can do that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for listening and being here. Truly.
I'm always here to listen.
As you're having this conversation, a chronicling walks by as he says, "Come on, man, we gotta hurry. We got the procedure we gotta do." I know. I was stuck inside the research room. I kept hearing Varia talk. She kept talking about some hot date she has or something. I don't know. The chronolings walk away as they say that, as they mention Varia Doom, the one who has feelings for Adrian, having a hot date, quote unquote.
Date? No. What? No, never mind. She has feelings for Adrian. Would he actually...
I don't think he would. I think he probably still loves you. He's just hurt knowing the truth.
It's not like I blame him either way.
Let's find Calyx and see if he can help us.
Fine. Calyx where? As you just see a burst of lightning and Calyx appears behind Lorelei. You see Calyx holding like a bouquet of flowers. Why, hello there, my perfect darling love. As Calyx is just smiling. He has way too many flowers. It's like over 100 flowers fit into this bouquet.
Now's not the time, Calyx.
Well, what's the matter? Are we too happy? He says with a sly smirk as he stands beside Lorelei now.
I can leave if you need me to.
No, I think that you're more important right now.
Calyx's eyes widen. He's like, oh shit, you're crying. Flowers are overrated. Who needs flowers anyway, right? Psh. As he just kind of tosses the flowers behind him, and he says, "Are you okay, Naren?"
I'll be fine. Actually, since you are here, would you be willing to do me a favor?
Of course, absolutely.
I have this note, and me and Adrian aren't really on speaking terms right now. Could you deliver it to him for me?
I could deliver the note. Although...
Really?
I could talk to him if you want.
I don't know. I don't want to pry him. He has every right for what he feels right now. He does.
He nods. I won't get into it because it's your guys' relationship. And gods know I've gotten involved with enough of that already. I got involved with Jericho. I got involved with Ventari. I don't want to get involved any more than I have to. I don't want to be seen as the annoying relationship guy. You two seem so happy. You seem so in love. I'll deliver the message, and I won't say anything. But whatever you feel guilty about, I'm sure that you can work it out. I've seen the way that he talks about you, Naren. When all of us are sitting at the bar together and we're having drinks and talking, he loves you so much. He'd be willing to give up everything for you. Try to remember that, okay?
She's probably bawling at this point, saying, "Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry," and she would run away.
he takes the letter. Very well done. Very well done. You both have gotten really good at roleplay. Good job. Seriously.
Not the 100 flowers.
And that was so hard not to laugh because I was unmuted.
Yeah, he's definitely the type to do that.
Bro.
It's really cute, though. You want that kind of man. Did you see some of the men we be dating?
Yeah.
Or that be interested in us?
Bruh.
Yeah.
Oh, we've seen Caliph.
Oh,
Hey,
You have
hey,
them all.
we are just friends, okay?
listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, Calyx is awesome in peace times, but when we get into this war, Lorelai is gonna be having a hard time compared to the rest of you. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, I can
Right now.
imagine.
He's not gonna like this.
Calyx is a great boyfriend when it comes to peace times. When it comes to wartime, I don't know. Oh boy.
Godspeed, Lorelai. Godspeed.
But no. But no, seriously, like really well done. So after you take that letter, or he takes the letter, he would approach Adrian, and he would say, "Adrian, I got this for you. I'm not in the mood, Calyx. Oh man, Adrian. Out of the whole group, you have always been, well, maybe Asher as well. You and Asher are both some of the most, like, mentally stable people, I think, anyway. Well, actually, I take that back. We're all kind of crazy. Anyway, the point is, whatever's going on with you and Naren, you guys got to make up. It's none of your business, Calyx. Well, anyway, here's a letter. I want you to read it, and I want you to know that the last time I saw Naren, she was bawling her eyes out. She was crying over you. She's terrified of losing you. Adrian just kind of nods, and he says, "Leave me alone." As a tear drops down his eye as Adrian's crying, and Calyx walks away. And we'll leave it at that. Well done, well done. Any other scenes people can think they want to do, or how are we feeling? All right, sounds to me like there's not really any other scenes to do right now, which is okay. Seriously, it's okay. Anything that we don't do in session, we'll do in text roleplay. So I'm gonna message Gwen and check up on her. Aw.
I don't know what is with ChatGPT and liking to put Naren's face in Lorelai's boobs, but that happens.
All of our love interests die. We're probably gonna end up together at this point.
Obviously, you need bigger boobs, is what ChatGPT is saying.
Bruh.
ChatGPT
What? I
wants
didn't
us
s-
together.
I didn't say that. ChatGPT said that.
Chat was like, "Hey, if you two had a kid together, she'd get
case you were
the
wondering
tits
what
and
that
the
looks
and
like."
the ass and the thighs. You'd get it all."
All right, guys. So here is the dealio. So for the scenes I have upcoming, I kind of need all players there because it's a lot of stuff and it's pretty emotional too. So, when it comes to Gwen, she's well, here I'm gonna tell you guys off stream. So, in terms of people that are on Twitch right now, I'm going to go into break time. The break time could be anywhere between 10 to 30 minutes. It really just depends. It might be longer than that, honestly. So. Either way, I appreciate you guys watching, and you'll know when we're back. So I'll be typing updates in Twitch chat. But thank you, as always, for watching and listening. You guys are amazing. And the scenes that were done were very good. I loved Lyra's exchange with Hisawa. I loved Lyra and Caliph with their little archery competition. I thought that was nice. I loved Lorelai and Naren having their moment together. That was very sweet. And when it comes to Calyx, I don't know. I wasn't feeling as nosy as I usually am when I play Calyx. I guess it's because he doesn't really know the story between Adrian and Naren that well. So maybe that's why he didn't pry too much. Anyway, the point is, all in all, everyone did a really good job. We will be doing plenty of text RP for scenes that didn't happen here for, whatever. Like, it's a lot of room for text RP. But all in all, we're going to be taking a break. And when we come back, the next scene, just to prepare you guys mentally, the next scene that we're going to be doing is the Chronolings. The Chronolings have arranged a meeting in which you guys are going to see all of them in their like new bodies, and they're going to give you a speech about how they feel about you guys, and they're going to give you all of their belongings, all their possessions, everything they own will belong to you guys.
Aww.
So
I own guns, right? No, I'm just joking.
We get sniper rifles.
Like a little laser sniper rifle.
Alice finally gets her sniper rifle she's been waiting for. She's like, Curlin comes up to her. "I know I need to get rid of this, but this was my favorite sniper rifle. Please use it well."
Aww.
I would name the rifle after the chronoling.
Number 22456.
No, whatever its name it wants to have in its new form or whatever.
I love that.
Its name is Petunia.
I'm joking. I don't
Petunia,
think
the
Alice
sniper
would ever.
rifle.
I don't think Alice would ever use a gun.
All right, we're going to break time, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I almost forgot to ask. Slopjaw, is there anything you want to do? It's okay if you don't. I'm just making sure.
Do you want to tell another story?
Please.
No, boy. Please don't.
Actually,
Could this one be about
I do have more
a
stories.
bunny
but
rabbit who's missing
do-
a leg? Do we?
I do have more stories. A lot more stories. If you guys want to hear them.
Absolutely.
Let's just say he's drunk and hungover and passed out.
Okay.
But
All right,
Me,
break time. Here we
as
go.
a person, not even as a character, I want to hear these stories. I want to talk to Slapjaw. Like, that is seems like such a fun night.
All right, break time starting
Anyway.
now. Hello, we are out of our break time. Now, we have an emergency going on with one of the players, and because of that, we will be cutting the session short. We will continue this next week for session 54. We have a lot planned, and we're very excited, but more than anything, we give our prayers and our hopes to our player to make sure that they are safe, and nothing but love in this group. So, all in all, thank you so much. I had a very good time for this session, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a good night. Bye-bye.